Have you seen this Merc Diesel guy?
Don't know. Maybe. Show me.
He's a Redcon guy. You should know your own team, brother.
I'm leader of the team. I don't look at anyone else.
I kind of knew you were going to say that, so I set you up for it.
Oh, listen, minions and leaders, different people.
You don't know the pawns yet, eh?
Who's this guy?
This is Merc Diesel.
Oh, I know him. I do know him. He won the. He beat Nick Walker for the overall last.
Yeah, Zach Merkel.
Yeah, he's good. He's very good.
He, I saw him when he turned pro. He had a very good physique, but then I see this today.
Yeah,
I wasn't following him. I just started following him, but I just saw this pic today, and I'm like, that's a really impressive physique.
He's just been quietly working in the shadows, isn't he? He's just doing his thing. I think he's going to make a great pro. I think he's going to compete when he's ready and make a good start.
Ian, what's up? Oh, he's not connected yet. Ian, what's up, man? You seen this guy before?
I literally was just looking at this part pictures. Yeah, I know who he is.
I just I know who he is when he turned pro, but I wasn't following him.
Yeah.
And I just saw this picture pop up and I took a look and I'm like, holy shit, this guy's made a lot of progress.
Yeah, he looks good. Yeah.
He looks really good. I mean, every shot is like fully complete.
Yeah.
Caucasian too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Most important.
You guys need more white guys.
We're rallying up the troops. Okay, no. He is very good. He is very good.
Yeah.
Like I don't see a weak point.
No, he's very balanced. I think he's a taller guy too. I don't think he's short.
The only thing I would say, and I don't know if it's the angle of the camera, but like in the front relaxed, it looks like his torso is longer than his lower body.
Yeah.
But I think
he's got a very high chest and high lats on that front one where he pulls it up. The chest is one of those high shelf chests, like how he's kind of popping it up. If I was him, I don't know if he's flexing his chest, but I might relax his chest a little bit just to give it a little more hang. So it's not like elongating his torso quite so much,
I thought, I think all of that looks great. I just thought, and I think it's the way the camera's tilted.
You don't think if he just relaxed the chest to like give it a little like fuller look and come down?
Yeah. You mean it would square? You mean it would square it off a bit?
Yeah.
I feel like we're looking at a new Dennis Wolf.
Yeah, it's a similar kind of look. I see that.
You guys are just saying that because he's white. He doesn't look like Dennis.
No, it's the height and the length of the torso.
Yeah.
How tall is he?
You can be white and not look like Dennis Wolf.
Well, go down.
Nick Walker doesn't look like Dennis Wolf.
We'll go down because he did nationals with Nick Walker, right?
One second.
He won the.
Yeah, you know what? I think it was the angle of that camera because his legs look proportioned. Now everything looks like it fits right.
Well, I think he looks really good.
Well, go find stage shots from nationals when he won.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
So we can see.
Look at why is nobody Why has this guy not got more followers? He's fucking great.
Because he hasn't competed yet since he's been a pro, so he's just kind of been laying low.
People are gonna fucking be blown away when he fucking.
Yeah, that's there is.
Yeah, I think when he won nationals, his conditioning wasn't super great. He really won just off his shape and size.
He's got great structure.
Great structure.
Oh,
yeah.
very.
If he can put that conditioning into like a pro level conditioning, this guy would be very good. Yeah.
I got to steal this guy from Redcon.
Yeah, there you go.
Zach, call me.
He is very good.
I think that's illegal, isn't it? I can't do that. Okay. Yeah, that's a great physique, man. Good for him.
He poses a little bit like Evan does in some shots.
Another white guy. See, now he's like Evan. He's like
we're all the same, right?
All the white guys. All you white guys are the same. Is he strong?
Yeah, I think he is.
What is that? 5 plates? 5.5? 5.25?
I'm pretty sure I've seen him move some decent iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a young guy too, right? Like 28.
Yeah, I think he's in his 20s. Yeah.
Good for him, man. Good for him.
Definitely.
All right. Well, we have to feature some of the young guys on here, man. Fucking get them some notoriety. What's going on with you guys? How are you?
Good. You?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Your beard's almost back?
Yeah, slowly turning back into my old self.
Yeah.
I got a diet though. It's great.
I'm getting pretty great too. And like my hair, man, I'm not quite as bad as you, but I'm going by the day. It's going worse and worse.
But you got blonde hair, so the gray doesn't look as bad.
It hides a lot. Yeah.
I got sent something good from Av Bells. Just, I know you'll appreciate this.
Oh, that's fucking sweet.
The headband?
Did he just come out with it for his company?
Yeah, I think these are the core. He's got his own little thing, and these are the 100% on nothing on the back.
What is it? Yeah. Is it like a headband, or is it like you got to tie it up?
No, it's a sweatband. Literally just a sweatband.
Oh, it's a full circle. Okay, it's a full circle.
Well, show it off.
You should wear it on the show. Just leave it on.
Yeah, put it on. Oh, looks good.
I like that. Yeah, I wear that. I'd rock that shit.
That's a good look for you with the beard.
That's a little bit like Fouad now.
Yeah.
The white
If you,
version.
if you change
The
the
white-
contrast of the screen,
I gotta
slightly,
I gotta get some glasses.
just tint the screen a little bit. Down a few shades. So I'll be
James,
right.
I have been watching you quietly, just lifting everything in sight. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
I don't
How do
think
you-
I'm lifting everything inside.
Dude, how do you lift this kind of weight and make it look fucking easy? Like
It hurts inside. It hurts
No.
inside a lot.
No, it hurts inside.
It does. It does. Trust me. I just don't show it.
Look, no offense to anybody else, because I know you guys are all fucking strong, but somehow, James, you make this look fucking like it's not hard.
I know, but Iain pisses that.
Yeah,
It's not
Iain
fucking
can
anything
do
outside
it,
of our
but
realms.
Iain looks like he's working harder.
What are you trying to say, bro?
This looked like peanuts. Yeah.
No, you know what I mean.
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Let me
On
rephrase that. I
case.
don't mean working harder like he's working harder than you. I mean like
Oh, we got what you meant. Yeah.
no, I don't think James did. I think
No, I
James
did. I thought you were trying to take the piss out of Iain.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got a set face and a boring face. I think that's all it is.
Is that why? There's no
Yeah,
grunting.
just no personality. Just when you got like no personality, it's okay.
You should scream a little bit and make the rest of us feel better.
He's just dead inside doing that. Set.
That's literally it. Do you know what it is? It's my friends came strolling over before they were leaving the gym, so I was like, "Fuck, I got to do the set now." Like, I actually had to do it, because I wasn't really in the mood today, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But two of my good friends came over, so I was like, "Oh, I better do it."
You got to show them up. You got to show
Yeah,
them
it's like, for fuck's sake, I've got to do it.
This is the trick now with 2021 social media bodybuilding. You got to make the most hardcore faces so people think you're training like really, really, really hard.
Well, that's what I do. I can't lift shit anymore. I just scream a lot, make it sound like
Fouad needs like 20 reps in the tank. He just makes it look really hard and then puts the weight down, and people are like, "Oh, he must have failed. That was the failure."
God just holds his breath until he goes red and faint.
Yeah, exactly.
I just sweat a lot, so it looks really hardcore.
It's not hot enough here to sweat.
He passes out and then drops it. Yeah.
It's too cold here to sweat. But yeah, no, it's a very comfortable movement. I see, like, obviously, I used to do this movement quite a lot, and then I kind of came out of it and I started seeing like Hunter and a few of the guys doing these again, so I just fancied doing them again.
Yeah,
you did something the other day too that I saw. What are these 4.5 rows?
Yeah, they're just like kind of dead stoppy, I think. I can't remember now.
That's a 10. Oh, but it's
Yeah, they're all right. They're just kind of like
10 kilograms.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's 200 kilo. That's all right. They're all right. Some people say that's too high up. Some people say that's not.
So
right.
can I ask you something? And look, I don't mean this by any offense, because I did the same thing, but not with this much weight.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's hard to keep your stomach retracted when you're doing this movement.
Yeah, that's why I just push it out.
Yeah, and that's what I do when I do it too. But it kind of gives you a short range of motion.
I do it on purpose. I have to lift it so far.
Yeah, I know, but is it bad? Like, I always feel like, is my stomach getting in the fucking way? Like, I don't know,
I don't know. It's gonna be centimeters at most, isn't it? Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
His elbow drive is pretty good.
Because I was doing I did this with 3 plates last week. I know it's not a lot, but anyway, I did it with 3 plates, and I filmed it, and then I'm like, when I looked at it after, I'm like, fuck, my range of motion is short. And I was wearing a hoodie though, so it looked even worse. Like, it looked like I was barely moving it.
Yeah, it also depends, where does your elbow start? Like what angle you are, how far does it need to drive back? Because it doesn't need to drive overly through, does it? There's a certain amount of range that's acceptable. So I don't know. It's yeah. Exactly.
James, that fucking beard is golden, man. Look at that.
It's pretty.
Turn to the side. How the fuck did you manage that? It's perfectly
Let me just do it. Like, I got like kind of posed with it.
Leonidas looking. Yeah. You should be on a fucking coin.
It is tidy. I know. I've got a really good barber, to be fair. I've got a really good barber.
I was just gonna ask, do you go to get that done, like, professionally?
Yeah. There's a guy, Carlisle's Barbers. He's really good. He's only been doing my hair for like, I think he opened up during the lockdown, the first one, and then when he opened up, he opened, and then he had to shut again. So I haven't been with him for long, but he's an awesome barber. I have to say, give him a shout out.
I've never gone to a barber for my beard, but the more I look at like your beard and Guy's beard and how like perfect it is,
it's worth it, man.
I'm like, I think I'm gonna start.
You come out of there feeling, you do feel leveled up.
Is it easier to line it up after he's done it for you? Like, after he's set it up?
You just run a brush through it and a bit of oil, and it's the same. Like, I literally just get a bit of beard oil, a comb down a couple of times, and it's ready to rock.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna let my shit grow out, and then I'm gonna go see a barber and have him like line it up properly.
I'm happy you've got to that conclusion. That's great.
Iain, what's going on with you, man? You're in prep, right?
Yeah, I'm like 14 weeks out, I guess.
What's fucking James.
Why are you still laughing, mate?
He's such an idiot. He's such an ass. He's such an ass.
Trying to ask Iain about his endeavors, and you're fucking.
I'm still thinking about your fucking comment.
Yourself together.
You're 14 weeks out from Tampa, right?
Yeah.
And how's prep going so far? Good.
Great. Yeah.
Nothing changes, probably, right? Nothing big.
No, nothing's changed since we started yet. No.
Yeah.
So we started just over 2 weeks ago. So, no, we started at 7. I started at 17. He sent me the program over at 17 to kind of start at 16, but once I got it, I started it.
Yeah. James, are you sick of the off season yet? It's been like a long fucking haul for you.
Not too much, because Patrick's pretty good at like Iain will tell you, with the kind of knowing when to push, when to kind of evaluate things, pull things back a little bit. You'll have times where calories are restricted a little bit and then they're pushed again. So you're not in one way for too long. I am a bit bored, but I've got other things to do, so it's not too bad. That's
kind of what I was getting at, is a lot of guys, when they get into the off season, they're good, they're gung-ho for like a couple months.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, fuck, okay, I want to compete again, because they can't handle the slogging through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it can get like that. I think the key to that is just occupying some other little things to do that you enjoy. That's it. That's the only thing that's different this year that's stopping me from feeling like I need to compete. Because when I've literally just solely bodybuild, the itch to compete comes, and it comes quick.
Are you still doing a lot of rollerblading?
Yeah, I did a little bit yesterday. A little fall yesterday on video.
You did you?
Yeah, it wasn't bad though.
Is it somewhere? Is it up somewhere where we can see it?
It will be. Rebecca was filming for Redcon, so it's jokes. So I filmed basically something that's probably going to end my career for my own sponsor.
Thank you. How bad was this?
Too dangerous.
It weren't bad at all. It was just a little fall. Like, it's funny. I just laid on the floor and laughed my ass off after. It's normal.
Yeah,
it's funny, but it's still going to make people, the higher ups, panic.
Yeah, I would.
They're going to be like shitting themselves and wondering what the fuck.
Well, you're a major investment, and you're going to fucking tear a fucking quad rollerblading, for fuck's sakes.
No, there's more chance of me tearing it playing football than rollerblading. I promise you.
Are you playing football?
No.
I was going to say, is this motherfucker playing football and rollerblading?
You started playing football as well now? No. Definitely not, man. Definitely not. I have seen a few friends of mine who were bodybuilders actually, with playing football was the one that actually ended a lot of their careers.
Yeah. I got into a debate with a guy online last week about Ronnie and Phil, because Sergio said Phil is the greatest bodybuilder of all time.
Ooh, that's a big statement.
But I think he implied more because he had a tougher time because of social media and all those kind of things, which I don't really know how that made sense, but I guess it makes sense to a degree, because nobody else had that kind of pressure, or that kind of
he was the first.
Yeah, he was the first guy. But is there any world in which Ronnie Coleman 99 to 2001 is not the best bodybuilder on earth?
No.
I just don't, like, the guy was like, oh, it's just because everybody says it, and it's not really true. If you really look, it's not. And I'm like, it's not because everybody says it.
True.
It's everybody saying it.
I think when you look at it under, like, in a vacuum, like Phil by himself versus Ronnie by himself, you could make the argument for Phil. But when you stand them next to them on stage, like, Phil's a lot narrower in the clavicles, like he's carrying 30 to 40 pounds less muscle, not losing any conditioning. Ronnie isn't losing any conditioning to him. I mean, I see the argument if you're looking at them by themselves. If you're Googling their best years in a picture alone, some of Phil's years, like 11, 13, like some of those 15, like are fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything in my life that looks like this.
I agree.
I agree as well. But like from the standpoint of what Iain's saying, like you cannot, I suppose you can't deny that a picture of
like here, go left side, fourth picture down of the front, the most musculars. No, where it says the verses there. Left side.
Yeah.
Left side, down.
Here?
Down one more. Yeah.
See, like, look Phil, there, you could be like, oh, Phil's fucking huge, but if they stood next to each other, it wouldn't look like that.
It's funny. I said that to me and Guy were talking on Bro Chat, because he said he could take me on stage or something like that. And I'm like, dude, I weigh you by 50 pounds, right? So I was like, so we looked at it online. I said to everybody, look, when you're watching it on a screen,
it's different.
Guy could look just as good or better than me.
Prime example is this year. Remember when we were talking the other week and we brought up Steve Dittoshak?
Yeah.
And I said,
and then he lost
Steve Dittoshak was the best, but he got I hate to use the word, but he got beat that year by Aaron Gawley because Aaron was just so much bigger.
Too much bigger, yeah.
Yeah, but and when you compare it from everything else, from a shape standpoint, from a muscularity standpoint, from everything, I would give it to Ditto Shack. You know, he's got a much nicer, pleasing physique. But when they stood next to each other, if you look at them in photos on Instagram, you'd be like, Steve's the best. But you stand next to each other, an extra 4 inches in height and 70 pounds makes all the difference.
Yeah,
you know?
Size is not to be undisputed. Like, underestimated.
Well, it's just it's not that. It's just that you can't. I get what you're saying. You can't see size in a 2D photo.
No, you see size when two guys stand right next to each other.
Yeah, but even in this like two-dimensional, I mean, Phil's shoulders look a little rounder, but Ronnie still looks better.
Arms are cool, but I mean,
like I just.
Yeah, I don't know. We're Ronnie fans. We're Ronnie fans.
This is, I don't know, maybe I am just an overly like big, like, you know, I'm a big Ronnie fan, but like I just don't see anything. Like, I'm trying to find a front shot, for fuck's sakes. This is 99, the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I mean, and then I think in his debate with me, he said Phil has world-class, best of all time body parts and Ronnie Coleman doesn't. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, Ronnie's got the best arms of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, they are. The biceps, especially.
Bicep peak, sure.
Ronnie's got the best back of all time, in my opinion.
His legs are pretty fucked.
And,
possibly some of the best quads.
And his legs, other than like Tom Platt's, I've never seen legs that sweep like that.
Well, let's get some Phil Heath picks up here. Google like 2013.
Look at this. Look at this leg.
Sweep. Look at the sweep.
Look at this leg.
And the thing is, he's standing with his fucking legs together, and he still looks sweepy.
Yeah, that's the thing people don't realize is Ronnie posed in a way that if 99% of people pose the way he did, they disappear.
They disappear.
Yeah, like when guys usually stand like this, their legs are apart, so their legs look bigger. He's literally like, this is phenomenal to me. And then the guy's like his waist, and I'm like, wait a minute.
It was good in 89, 88, 98 and 99.
98 through 2001, he still had this because he said, I think the way the argument originally started was he wasn't aesthetic. And I'm like, this is very aesthetic.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Like everything's
the
very.
The only thing that is ugly maybe about his physique is the gap in his abs and like the development of his abs. Yeah, like that's like kind of the overdeveloped 4-pack with the gap instead of like a nice streamline.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, like, fuck, man, you're really nitpicking at that point, which I guess you have to be when you're talking about the greatest of all time. But
yeah, all right, let's see some Phil picks so we can. What do you think? 2011?
I like people like 11 and 13.
13?
11 I like more. I think 11 was better than 13.
Go 11.
11.
I really like 11.
All right, what are we looking at here?
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys, but like it's absolutely incredible, but it's not the same.
It's not the same, no.
It's like when I see this, I'm like, this is one of the most beautiful physiques I've ever seen.
The only thing I like about Phil's physique, maybe a little more, which isn't saying it's better at all, I'm just saying I prefer is, which I mean, I still like Ronnie's physique better, but I'm saying I prefer this about Phil's, is it's a much more polished look. You know, like you look at his back double, it's like very clean and round, and like lines are nice, and the skin quality is really nice, and like really aesthetically pleasing about it. You know,
I think that comes down to it's going to come down to preference though, because some people like this really bubbly, round, clean look, like you're talking about. I like Ronnie's like gritty.
Whoa! Like, I mean, obviously I ride my career on being like muscular. Like, you know, that's like my only fucking call.
I did actually forget. I actually forgot that we were any of us were even bodybuilders for a second there.
But I'm saying,
I was looking at it like we're just purely critiquing a man.
Like you go down on that right side there. Look at the one of Phil just standing, touching his quads, and then the back double with it.
This one?
No, on the right side panel. I'll go back to the picture you were on.
Oh shit! Where the fuck? What picture was
it? Middle row, left
this
side.
This one, okay.
Yeah. And then center. Yeah, like you look at
that's
that.
That's the Iron Man. That's the Iron Man 2008. Well, no, it's Arnold 2010. Arnold
that's
2010.
Crazy looking man. Like
yeah, it is.
That was good. He should have won that. How did Kai beat him there?
Yeah, Kai beat him there. Right?
How?
Kai was impressive. That's how.
Yeah, but he weren't better than Phil there. Bro.
And Phil hadn't developed his back fully there. Like, look,
still.
Yeah, but this isn't the size of Phil's back after like a year or two later.
Tell me what shots Kai beat him at that show.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think you guys underestimate Kyle.
That's
Kyle
what we should be fucking talking about today. The 2010 Arnold Classic on who should have won.
2010, not 2011, 2010.
Yeah.
You guys underestimate Kyle a lot, man.
I don't underestimate Kyle at all, but I just know that show, from what I saw.
Look at him. He's got better hamstrings, better calves, better. Well,
how's his hamstrings better?
They're thicker. Look at the
but they're not as diced. They're not as diced.
Yeah, they are. They're peeled.
Bruh.
And then his back is, look at his back is retarded,
Yeah,
man.
you go for all the shots.
They're getting it different. Like, yeah, okay.
Look how much bigger his back is.
Okay, go for
look how much thicker his hamstrings are.
I'll give the other two poses to Phil, though.
Calves are soft, though, compared to Phil's.
Abs and
no,
thighs.
they're not. You think calves are soft?
Too much sin.
Okay, but Fouad, look at the poses below. Fouad,
ab and thigh.
Yeah, come on, that's a good one for Phil because he's not even good in that shot.
The ab and thigh I would give to Kai, but I would give to Phil. Wait a minute, I'll give to Phil because his waist is smaller, but he looks smaller everywhere compared to Kai.
Yeah, but Kai doesn't look as dry. Kai lacked dryness in that show. I found he had this like kind of shiny film. I felt.
Yeah.
But Phil has the same. But Phil has the same.
No,
thing.
He doesn't. He looks drier up close. It's because the pictures are a bit far away. I promise you.
Were you there?
I watched that show. I was watching it.
James was there.
I was watching on TV. Okay,
I streamed it. I think. No, I don't know. Look, that's not dry in the mid. That's not dry around the delts, the tie-ins. Like that's not dry to me. That's not crispy around the brachialis. That's not telling me a story that I want to hear.
But neither is this.
That's dry.
Man. Phil was insane that show, man.
Insane, Fouad. Dry.
Watch the videos of the show and see Phil hitting the back shots. It's fucking ridiculous.
Phil was Caucasian dry there.
Yeah.
He was Caucasian dry. That's all I'm saying.
Ronnie's the driest bodybuilder ever, and he's black, so you can't say Caucasian dry.
Yeah, but I'm just saying there's a standard, and a Caucasian dry is pretty dry on that list, isn't it?
Are Caucasians drier than black guys?
They're pretty dry.
I'd say so.
And typically,
is Ronnie the only dry black guy?
No. You get a few guys.
Dexter's pretty fucking dry too.
Exactly. I'm saying on a like if you were to go and B&Q and you looked at the the color charts, you got the dry chart. You got like the Dorian Yates is near the top of the driest, so that's the Caucasian dry.
Okay.
Mike, Andres Munzer.
Yeah,
that's Caucasian dry.
But that ended unfortunately though, so you can't use that.
He was a little bit too dry.
Oh my god!
I'm just saying, too dry. We don't want to go that dry. So when we see that on the tick list, we just go down one level from that.
We just dial it down one for Munzer.
One from Munzer. I would have liked to at least got that for one show. I watched a photo shoot of him the other day, dressed up like he was like in a workshop, and he just was resting his arm on the side, just like shredded, mate. Like I've never seen anything like it. And obviously, it's too shredded. But
why do you think the judges gave Phil the show then? I mean, I don't know. Like I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying. He could be like a 1% fucking drier, but this is, you got to admit, look at this conditioning. Like there's no fat anywhere.
Yeah, but he's still not as good as Phil was at that show. I know when Kai was great. Yeah, listen, Kai is unbeatable when he did the New York Pro in 2012.
I really don't like Kai's midsection either in these shots, but
Kai 2012 Arnold New York Pro, he decimated everybody. That's a different Kai. That was a dry Kai. Like if you look at Kai when he's dry, it's totally different. There is a different
the Colorado, I think, is my favorite Kai. He was smaller then, but he was crazy. You remember the Colorado?
This to me is just not quite. It's not crispy enough for like what I know he's capable of. I think that's why I'm so picky.
I wish these were a little bit closer. Okay.
It's like the back, the separate, like there's just a bit more with Phil.
I don't think this is
glutes.
I don't think this is any better conditioned than this.
I disagree.
I'd say it's 5% though.
Yeah,
5%.
Yeah, out of 100%, which is a lot. So it's only 5%.
You think it's 5%? It's 1%, if anything.
I think it's 5.
He's not saying 5% body fat. He's saying 5% better.
No, I know that. Yeah, I know that, but I don't.
Of the 100%, it could be.
I would agree. I'd say it's 3 to 5% better. Yeah.
We've got you on this.
Well, I can't dispute.
It's 2 on 1, bro.
2 against 1. I lose. I can't say shit.
Better get Paul on the phone.
Yeah. Paul's going to agree.
I mean, you can really see it on that abs and thighs there,
Yeah.
It's not. It's marginal, and it's not. You can only really notice these things when you're really into
Christmas of Phil's abs and like everything,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. Phil definitely has more of a traditional bodybuilder physique.
Can I be a pain, and can we bring up a picture of Kai at the 2012 New York Pro, please?
Yeah, I just want to go through these mandatories real quick. So
front double, I give to Phil between those two.
Front double, I have to give to Phil just because his stomach is kind of protruding here.
Don't like it. Yeah.
Side chest, I give to Kai.
No, look at the size. The ham isn't nowhere near as dry as
Come
Phil's.
on, man. Look at the size of his fucking leg. And
But it ain't dry.
His arms are bigger. His chest is thicker.
Condition should matter. Condition should matter. I'm seeing a lack of look. Branch is making Kai look soft.
Yeah, I mean, Phil's chest is more strided. You can see his obliques nice there. His arms are definitely leaner. His legs are leaner. I mean, I see Kai like a little more master the hamstring and stuff, but I'd still give that to Phil, to be honest.
I think Kai's slightly spilt for this show.
Yeah.
I think Kai's better in that shot. I think it looks like a more complete side chest.
Okay, keep going.
That's fine. That's good.
Well, I gotta, I can't give you guys everything. I gave you the front double. The back double. Kai's impressive, man.
Yeah. I might give that to Kai, to be honest, but
you guys are Kai haters. That's the problem.
I'm not a Kai hater at all, actually. I was a very big Kai fan in the days of him competing.
Glass spread. He's not fully open there. You can tell.
Yeah, but when he does fully open, his back goes flat anyway.
Yeah,
but his lats are twice as thick as everybody else's.
Yeah, but Phil has a nicer mid back and separation around the rhomboids and stuff. Like Phil's got what Coleman had when he does a lat spread.
Yeah, he's got more traps and rhombs.
Yeah, and I like that. That's for me. That's what makes the back lat spread so like.
Well, because it looks like a diamond then.
Well,
yeah.
El Frico says Phil Heath, no contest.
Where?
Come down to
El Frico, no.
El Frico fucking knows, man.
Okay, all right. Fuck you guys.
So now it's 3 against 1.
All right, well, since El Frico said it,
James and El Frico.
I will give in. You guys win. Okay, what did you want to see?
I just wanted to see the 2012. I think it is New York Pro, just because that's in a demonstration of Kai when he's crispy.
Oops.
Yeah, that is the New York Pro. I can see the picture down there.
Okay.
This is for me when Kai he's a little bit bloaty here, but I think he's more dry. There's a most muscular there that was just retarded. Wow.
1 second.
Wow.
Yeah, he definitely looks drier there. Like
yes, look at the calf. Look at the calf.
Like cement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even just the calf. It's just there's just these small little details that are present.
Midsection doesn't look good there.
No, but
he's got a weird midsection.
He's never really gonna have the best midsection, is he?
I honestly don't like his look here.
These are
the most muscular. These are bad shots, man.
He looks drier. I can see like a grittier look to his skin, but his muscle doesn't look as good.
If you back to the page where the images first came up.
This is 2011 New York Pro.
Oh, it is.
That might be the one. That might be the one anyway. I still think.
No.
I still think there's a shot. There was a most muscular that was just here that looked insane.
Well, I went back to the page, so it should still.
If you click off this one you're on, yeah, go down one. Look at that.
Here?
Right one. It was the right one of that.
Right one, yeah.
Yeah, right one of that. It's a different type of most muscular.
This one?
No. Yeah, left one.
There.
Yeah. Come on.
That's pretty crazy.
Tell me you've seen Kai look like often. That's the different Kai. That's the Kai that I knew that if he come to the Olympian like that could have been the game over. I think.
Let's see if we can find out where these are.
Oh, that's a sick shot.
That is a sick shot. That angle is so sick.
It's such a good angle, isn't it? That's a Kai that's dangerous. Because his triceps aren't a good body part, but he's got it on the day there. He must have got it right with whether he's Jimmy in them or not. They look good. They look good. Like the angle on that tricep that's in the distance, like that's not even photoshopped. I know it's not. It's just poking out like crazy. That's what he needs to win, like that pokiness, that buoyancy in his muscles.
Is he coming back this year?
I think Aaron said he is. I think Aaron has said he has to. I don't know.
I hope he does.
I don't know. I can't confirm, but I think
I have a feeling he is. Yeah.
This is 2011. Let's take a look at it.
I remember this being a good look for Kai. This was his return show. He was just balanced in the arms and stuff. He looked like he had a good. I would be quiet. Sorry.
No, you don't have to be quiet. There's no music anyway.
He was huge. He was huge and full. Look at his back. Look at the back, like the lower back. Now
this is what I'm saying. You guys are telling me
he didn't have that. Yeah, but he didn't have those details at the Arnold.
I know he doesn't.
Lower back there. There's nothing you can pinch down there. You know.
No, that's totally different now. This is a good Kai.
I know, but you guys were talking about size, like Phil's back size, and I'm like, Kai's back is fucking enormous. But he doesn't have the traps and the ROMs. I agree with you there, though.
But he's in the shape he's in here is revealing a lot more detail in the back.
know what honestly is the one thing that, and this is a weird thing that bothers me the most about Kai Green's physique?
What?
Is his wrists.
Why?
It's small.
He's got really small, long, skinny forearms and wrists.
Oh, the forearm itself. Yeah.
Like
well, because it goes
when he hits his front double or anything, he's got these long, thin forearms with these crazy, huge bicep peaks. You know?
Yeah, because I think they go into such big arms, it might make it look worse.
Oh, look, cameraman's a bit.
But like, look at his forearms there.
Yeah, I got you. I
hear you. There, look at his wrists.
Yeah, I've noticed. I've seen that too. Yeah. That's the thing. It's just a couple things that aren't there. But I mean,
straight triceps though.
It's so.
It's hard to get the favorite Kai you look because there's always going to be a trade off with certain body parts.
Are you guys into this kind of posing, or is this just like?
No, not really. But I just think he looks good at the show.
I think if you can pull it off and it makes your body look good, then I think you should do it. I don't think you're going to see me crawling around the floor. Well, but like,
I don't think you. I think you'd break.
What do you think he weighed here? Just out of curiosity.
I'd say 78.
You think it's 278?
His legs, dude. That's where all the weight is.
I don't think he's ever competed over 260, has he?
He done one Olympia where he came in and got 7.
I remember fucking
it up.
Ben
sorry.
No, go ahead.
There was that Olympia where he ballsed it. He came in really heavy. It was 2010. It was the year before that. That's why he had to come to that show looking good. He came in at like nearly 300 pounds and really soft. Diana, this is good.
This is my favorite Kai.
This is a good Kai.
He's definitely
Keystone Pro, isn't it?
He's definitely small.
Dirty Diana. This is like the famous one, yeah.
He's definitely smaller, but
he's probably about 225 pounds.
See, this is the thing, Iain. When you talk about that kind of posing, it's not. When it's done right, I think it's great. Like this is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite.
The greatest ever. I'll give you that for sure.
Look at his midsection. How good the midsection is there.
Yeah, but look how much smaller he is everywhere.
I know, and I'm just saying that's what happens with bodybuilding. This is that part of growing.
Yeah.
You know,
this is my favorite Kai Green, even though he's like half the size of like his biggest.
Is this a pro show here, Keystone Classic? Yeah.
Yeah, this is wasn't it Sean Race, bro?
Yeah. He didn't place
he
high, but he got noticed.
New York 2005.
Yeah, I mean this when he turns around, you'll see like the fucking the detail is just like another level. I mean, even you can see his stomach too as he's moving. Like everything's like.
Yeah, it was good. He probably wasn't long assisted at this point. I don't think.
You mean he's still kind of not too much into the gear?
Because he was competing naturally till the 2000s, I believe.
Yeah.
So I don't think this was very far into his. Because I remember him doing videos with Victor Martinez in the gym this time. He just looked tiny.
I remember those. Yeah.
Yeah, Victor just was massive, and he was just like, because this is when Victor was top of his game.
Yeah.
Oh, shit! What did I just do?
07.
It says your weight for on season. It says 250 to 285. So there's a 35-pound fucking range.
Wow.
Well, I was just gonna say I was probably way off on the 278 number, because I think what Ronnie's best ever, like when he was his biggest in 2003, was like around 280, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was like 285 or 6 or something.
Yeah. So if I had to guess, Kai at his biggest was probably 60.
You know, Ronnie was
65
heavier in 2004.
Was he?
Yeah. Ronnie has been heavier, yes.
Yeah.
He was heavier, but obviously not quite as good.
What do you think? What do you guys think? If I had to guess, I would say 60 to 65, somewhere.
Yeah, I could maybe see him being like 260. Yeah.
Well, because I just think, I mean,
he's 5'8", man. You got to remember, he's 5'8". He's not super tall. 260 on stage at 5'8" is fucking gigantic.
It's massive.
Well,
I agree with you because I know guys like Antoine with the big legs are way heavier.
They heavy, yeah. Like, look at Antoine.
Antoine's like 5'11", 6 foot. This is a big difference. You know?
It's but every time I've seen a guy with big legs like Ben, Ben Pekulski,
they weigh a lot.
They just fucking weigh a lot. I remember when he did the Flex Pro, he weighed in at like 280 or something, for 275 or 280.
All leg.
Ben's also taller though.
No, Ben's like my height.
He's like 5'10", yeah.
I'm 5'9", but it doesn't matter. The point is,
the legs make up a lot of weight.
The thing is, I'm comparing to myself, which is a bad idea because everybody's 260 is not the same.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like the heaviest I've been is 258, and Kai's way bigger than I am, but everybody's weight is not the same just because. Yeah. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out. Has to be close to 260 though.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think it would be in the high 250s to mid 260s.
Yeah. Iain, what's the big? You've been in the high 250s, right?
Yeah, at the Olympia, I was like 255, 256.
James, what did you compete at last year? That's the biggest.
I think I'm roughly the same as Iain. I'm around that 250 mark. So at mid 250s, I think, for the London.
Yeah.
What were you when you did your pro debut in Spain?
I was really heavy because I was heavy because I was fucking.
Yeah, were you like 275? You must have been heavy there.
273, I think.
Why? What happened? You were off?
I just fucking load up on loads of insulin and food. I thought, fuck it.
Yeah.
I lost my way. I was like, this is a pro show. They're all big. I'm going to just do this.
You mean during your carb load, you were like, fuck it. You just started. I've done that.
He was 50 pounds bigger than everyone in the show, but then it was a bunch of 212 guys, like a bunch of European 212 guys moved up to the open that were all fucking shredded. Then it was guys like me and Roman Fritz. And then James there at 300 pounds on stage. But then, like,
I was guest posing.
Shape, you know?
I was guest posing.
Yeah,
the funny thing is, my silhouette, I still to this day, like my silhouette at that show was the best silhouette I've ever had.
You looked so big. I remember meeting you there, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
What year was that? 2018.
Yeah,
2018.
I was full to the brim, but just at the cost of, I wasn't in shape, and it felt great. Like I felt like I was just fucking massive. But
I mean, you were fucking massive.
It's mad, Ian. It's mad. But you you got to try this.
I was like 242 that show.
You looked huge there, though, man.
Is this it? This is 2019.
No, this is the year after. This is where I was a bit lighter, and I got 30 actually.
What is this? 2020, 2018?
It probably the only pictures.
No, this is EBLS. This is a different show.
Mate, this is the smallest I've ever been. Look at this. Oh shit! I was like 240. I was at 2.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Does it look like you?
How small look?
Was this after Spain?
Yeah, like the end of the year, I dieted down super hard. Look how small I look.
That's so crazy. You look good though.
I got 6th place there. Fucking, I beat a couple of people. But look how small I am.
Who won the show?
I can't believe how different you look now, man.
Who won the show? Ronnie Winkler. Look how small I am.
Yeah, look at your leg from the side compared to now.
Yeah, tiny. Look at my arms. Well over dieted, bruv. Well over dieted.
Who prepped you for this show? Do you want to say, or do you leave it out?
Me and Phil worked together for that show, and it just went too far. Look, you can see it. Look at my leg. How small I am. Come. Who is this?
This is like Ian 2016 Vancouver Pro.
This is like, I don't even know I should have a pro card.
We're just gonna look at videos all day. Okay, what do we
It's terrible. I look like a little
what year what was it? 300 2018 Spain
Big Man Classic.
Big man.
That's soft, bro.
Big Man Pro. Big Man Pro.
Soft as fuck, bro. Just do you even want to find this?
All right, I just want to see what you look like.
Yeah, go top one there. Sorry,
this one?
Go back to the video. It was on the videos. I actually saw the videos.
This one?
That top one. Yeah, that's the open class. So you'll be able to find it in that.
I'm gonna watch these fucking commercials. Everyone's gonna shit on me now for not having the YouTube Premium.
So it'll be in. Oh shit, it's an hour video though, so you might have to just scoop.
I'm gonna skip through.
Yeah, we'll just skip through.
That's Roman.
Roman shredded, bro.
1 second. Let's look at
my friend Roman.
Look at this. He's another white guy.
Caucasian dry.
Caucasian dry.
That's the hashtag.
He's dry. He's as dry as Munzer.
He got third. He placed one behind Ian. 2 behind Ian. Sorry, it was Ian.
Ian, you won the show, didn't you?
Yeah. Ian
I won the show. Yeah.
Look at how fucking dry he is. What a great physique. He just a little bit thicker in the back, and he's got.
I was in good condition this show too.
You was very shredded there.
Let's see.
It was ridiculous.
Who's this?
Ridiculous.
This is not you. Who's this?
That's fucking. There, this guy is fucking. What's his name?
Olympia.
Muhammad. Isn't that Muhammad?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually been to the Olympia, hasn't he?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, there's Ian.
Ian.
This is a big Ian. He was a good Ian there. That was a very good Ian.
Yeah, that looks good.
You look like a fucking brick house. You go.
Very complete.
You just look dense. You're nasty, man.
Yeah.
You're nasty. Look at that. Fuck off.
That's good, man.
Horribly dense. I love it.
Wait, we missed like half the poses, or is that it?
That's all you know. It's just the oh, there is a couple.
Oh, they're just doing like a.
It's this is the just a callow, mate.
This isn't the posing routine.
Yeah, I got it. Who's that? Not you. That's that Roman again?
No,
that's what I mean. People were shredded. It's Europe, innit? Europeans were coming in diced, and a lot of them were 212s. There wasn't a 212. He got second. Eagle was good that year, man.
Where's James? Are you up there right now?
This is the only. No, I'm on the second run. I'm on the second run because this is the first.
You were staying right next to me.
Yeah, this is maybe the.
There you are.
Yeah.
Fuck! Look at your legs. You're full as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know where my single.
Look at how shredded Ian. Look how big Ian is here. Holy fuck!
Ian's huge. Ian's fucking...
I'm only 240 at the show too.
It's funny, when you get your weight and then you figure.
Like, look at even there. Like, look how big I look because my conditioning is so good.
Yeah.
The lighting at this show is fucking so sick too.
I was just gonna say the lighting's really good.
Yeah, some of the craziest shots I have to date are from the show.
Yeah, because the shadowing is perfect. Like, yeah. This is great. I could fucking watch this all day.
I don't know if we actually hit any fucking poses.
Come on.
There is a video of me doing my poses, but I don't know where is it. Maybe it's not this one.
What's this? Roman?
This is just the call out, so I'm done now.
I know. Wait a minute. I want to see this. I'm interested now.
Ian's smoking over it. Igor looked good there, didn't he?
People are going to get angry that are watching the podcast. They're just watching video the whole time, but whatever. You can see the changes you've made, Iain. Your legs are definitely filled in more.
Do you know what's nice though? It's like I'm looking at guys in this lineup. Like, who's the guy next to Roman?
This guy? He competes now. He just did the show you guys.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He used to beat me.
Andre Mozilla.
Yeah, he's got a good physique.
He ain't beating me no more.
Uzi or whatever his name is.
I think he looked good at the show. I forget what show was that you did this year, James. He looked really good. His stomach was a little blown out, but he's definitely a lot bigger than this.
Yeah, it was the European. He's prepped by his
fast forward. I want to see James here. I've seen myself a million times in this.
I don't think I even come out in this, bro, because this is just you boys. This is top 10. I'm out.
Yeah, but they're gonna probably do a second call it, no? Or no, they've
I didn't even come out for this bit. Yeah, this is just the top boys.
So is there
I'm nowhere. This is not the video I'm in. There was a video somewhere of me doing my
top 3
I think single bit, but for some reason it's not on this one.
Okay, let's go back to just go back to the photos real quick, and then we'll move on. I just want to see a good one of. Is this it here? No, that's Two Bros Pros.
Two Bros.
That far left one there, bottom of the side chest. Is that it?
Yeah, that's there.
Yeah.
I don't think you look as bad as you made it seem. I mean, you're definitely not as hard as you should be, but
no. I was just swollen, like a swollen ball of swell. My legs were fucking huge.
Yeah, you were big. Yeah.
But yeah, bang.
Crazy.
Mistakes were made.
Okay, let's get some questions here. Now that we've just made everybody watch your guys' videos for like an hour. Who is that?
Bianca.
Oh,
she's just you can understand if you talk, they can hear you.
It's okay. I didn't know who was sitting around.
Some weirdo.
Yannicka says, get Fouad to say why you coach him and not me. What does that mean?
That's what she's been dying for you to say that, for fuck's sake. That's what she just said. It's because there's some stupid person we follow online who streams called Dr. Disrespect. And he's just really funny. And he always does this thing where people in his chat, because he's obviously streaming live, say, why you coach him, no me? And they say it like a foreign accent and it makes her laugh. I don't know. They go, why you coach him, no me? And maybe she's trying to say something because you're... Oh, are you trying to say something?
No, I don't want him to say
I think maybe she's trying to say something. Sorry, man. Anyway, it's Dr. Disrespect, yeah? I don't know if Iain knows who Dr. Disrespect is.
I have no idea who that is.
He's hilarious, and I find him really funny.
Am I too old to fucking know who this is?
Yeah, you go away because you're disturbing. Anyway. No, I don't think you are too old because he's probably about your age.
Yeah, I have no idea who this is. Iain, your training partner, Julian, here has got a question. If you could create one body, I think we've done this before.
I think we have done that one.
It would just be Ronnie Coleman for me. The question is, if you could create,
you got to fix the midsection. So you got to put in like Flex Wheeler's midsection or something.
If you could create, I'm gonna read the question. If you could create the perfect ultimate bodybuilder, picking body parts from any bodybuilder you want, what would it be? And I basically would go Ronnie Coleman with Ahmed Hyder's midsection and Dorian Yates' calves.
And Phil Heath's shoulders.
I like Ronnie's shoulders.
Phil's got rounder shoulders. The roundness wouldn't cap it off. Ronnie also have very high traps, and I have a thing with guys that have really low traps. I don't know why.
It doesn't look as good.
No,
there's a good like I said, the diamond.
I like that,
you know. I would go with Ronnie's body with Rolly Winkler's triceps.
Yeah.
Jay Cutler's shoulders.
Sure.
Dorian Yates' calves. And you could pick a million different waists, like Flex Wheeler, Dexter Jackson. I don't know, whoever.
I'd probably take like fucking Eric Fankhauser's calves.
That's true.
Rolly's triceps are good. Like I'd take Phil's shoulders.
You think Phil's shoulders are better than Jay's? Jay had cannonball.
Rounder, man. They're rounder. They're nice shape through the rear delt. And then I'd probably take, like a Sean Ray's midsection, that flat, like super flat, you know?
Yeah, almost like inverted.
Yeah, like flat, perfectly, like, you know?
Yeah.
That would look crazy on that kind of muscularity.
It's funny, though, that you could literally use Ronnie for like 80% of it.
Yeah. So I mean, you can use his back, legs, arm, like biceps, everything. I mean, you could get a better chest. Like you could put like a Dennis James chest on there, or like a Marcus Rule chest. You know,
I've always been blown away by Ronnie. We're gonna go back to the photos. Ronnie's chest is like a perfect square. It's like it's like Optimus Prime. You remember Optimus Prime?
It's like the window shield.
It's fucking crazy. It might not be
it's very big surface area. Yes.
That's what makes it so impressive, right? Because it makes his stomach look even shorter.
Yeah.
And when he had a small waist, he had like this really small short waist and these massive pecs.
Yeah.
I think I'd have Dorian Yates with Lee Priest's arms.
That would look pretty
really?
Cool.
Imagine that.
Yeah, with him like Rolly's arms or Lee Priest's arms. Yeah.
Imagine Lee Priest's arms on Dorian.
That'd be funny.
Be mad.
Someone edit that for us. Someone make that and send it to us.
Please, I want to see that.
Do you think Dorian Yates has the best of all time anything other than back?
I like the flow of his midsection because I like when he does an abs and thigh. This is something about it that's the best one.
But you probably mean earlier, like 93, 94.
Yeah, 93 front lat spread. Like, I don't know. I think there's just a lot of shots that he just wins. I just think even against Ronnie, he can win in some of the shots.
That's blasphemy.
If he had arms to match Ronnie, then
what did you say?
I said I disagree.
Yeah.
if he had arms to match Ronnie, then I think he could stand there more. But then again, his quads are light compared to Ronnie's. I think there's just something about Dorian's structure I just really like and find appealing, even though he isn't necessarily the most sweeping and full.
I feel like there's more nostalgia for you with Dorian.
I think maybe.
And maybe you relate to him more because of the Caucasian aspect.
I think it's just always that, isn't it? There's just no way out of this. It's always going to come back to the fact that I can relate to him because he's pale. Fuck.
All right.
But imagine, I just don't know. I do want to see a front double shot of Dorian with doctored on Lee Priest arms.
I still don't think the legs would match up though.
It looked very classic.
Maybe, yeah. Dorian's legs just never swept out that much, though.
Nah.
They just weren't super separated, too.
Yeah.
Apparently, though, in the flesh, they were fucking huge.
That's what sorry, go ahead, Ian.
No, you.
No, that's why I always reserve commentary too much because everybody says the same thing about Dorian. If you didn't see him in person, you don't really know.
Yeah.
And apparently
they do that lighting back then, like that kind of crazy down lighting. Like even when we look at the Spain show, it shows certain levels of conditioning, but it also washes out some separation. Mm-hmm. Like that show, if you look at the pictures I have, it makes certain parts higher up in my upper body look like so crazy and detailed. But then like I'm looking at the separation of my legs because they're almost shadowed, you know?
Yeah.
The another thing like people said about Dorian is that the cuts on his thighs, like the ones that we don't seem to be able to see, apparently you can put your fucking hand in.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. I think that's the 90s lighting thing, you know?
Yeah. You watch that video of Dorian when he's just posing casually in front of Nick Horton in Temple Gym when he's got the red joggers on and he's just got his top off. It's just like,
or even those famous black and white photos.
Yeah, man. It looks like there's some places you could put your finger and thumb and lose it. Definitely, sure. Mad.
What advice would you give someone who can't be turned away from bodybuilding? Like no roid story or warnings, scare the person away. They're going to try it. What do you say to them? I'm not sure what this means. What advice?
We're not of that thought process. We wouldn't push someone away.
You're talking to 3 people who've made lives out of bodybuilding to try and talk someone out of bodybuilding?
Yeah, is that what he's asking?
Yeah.
You're in the wrong place.
Wait a minute. Would you ever talk anybody out of bodybuilding?
Yeah, I do all the time.
I think I have. Yeah.
But I mean, like in this case, it's silly because if these things aren't going to talk him out of it, this guy clearly wants to do it. Let him do what he wants to do and learn for himself, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, this is like someone being like, this is maybe a silly comparison, but it's like someone wanting to quit smoking or quit something. It's like they can't do it unless they want to do it for themselves. Yeah. And this person will always want to do it unless they don't want to do it for themselves, you know?
Yeah.
So basically, what would your story be though if let's say you had like a family member or somebody that you really didn't want to do it? Would there be a story would there be something you would tell them more than something else? Like what would you say to them if you didn't want them to go down the same road you did? Because I'd
go down the route of like, once you start this road, you're never coming out of it.
That's true. Yeah.
The whole like you start taking the testosterone, there's never going to be a day where you don't.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
And I'd say, do you want to live a life where you're subject to that?
I have friends who have stopped. Like I had a friend who wrestled for a long time, like professionally, not like Olympic wrestling, like TNA, which is WWE type of wrestling.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
he stopped and he got completely off all the gear and everything, and he's fine. But I do think you're right. For the most part, most people stay on. I think what I would tell people is the money. I'm like, look, unless you get to the top or near the top, it's very hard to make a living. And I'm even with social media now, because there's so many influencers. Like, how much money are you going to make if you don't have something new to offer?
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. Yeah, I mean, all three of us make a pretty good living doing bodybuilding, so it's hard to say. But we're also
what is the percentage of people that tried to do what we did and didn't make money?
Way more than it is. Yes.
So that's what I'm saying, right? So like, there's 3 of us sitting here, but there's 3,000 other bodybuilders that tried to get somewhere and didn't
make a penny and didn't make any. Yeah.
That's right. And as far as the social media thing goes, I think the only reason our social media is beneficial is because we have the bodybuilding as the base of it.
Yeah.
So you can't just be like, I lift weights and now I want to be in social media, unless you got some kind of hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
But like, I think because my nephew wanted to get into it. He was kind of involved in a little while, and I was like, look, man, it's not an easy thing to do. Like, it literally, like,
I think though, if you're talking to someone that is not swayed by the potential damages that could be caused, that saying that they won't make money will not make a fucking difference to them. You know?
Yeah.
What would we have all said back in the day?
Well, I would have told somebody to fuck. My brother did tell that. I was like, I would have.
Yeah. Like, I was the same. You know, everyone was always concerned, and you're just like, I'm going to do it because I want to be good at this.
My older brother literally said to me, "You're not going to make any money."
Yeah.
And now he's my business partner.
Joke's on him, motherfucker.
I fucking won. No,
it's true.
No, but I mean, he could have been more oftentimes than not. He's right though.
Yeah, in 90% of situations,
9 times out of 10, he is right. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway. So if he was a betting man, he played the odds. He was right.
I guess you guys are right. There isn't really any way to talk somebody out of it. Like, there's nothing anybody could have said to me back in the day.
No. Okay. I mean, everyone said all these things to us, and we're still sitting here right now. So I mean, clearly, right?
Did people say that shit to you, James? Did people say?
Of course.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, because I'm not saying friends. I mean, influential people in your life. Did they pull you aside and go, "Hey, I don't think you should do this"?
Oh, yeah, no. I had my not really for any health reasons or anything, but I remember like the owner of my old gym one year didn't go too well for me competition wise. He was like, maybe you should start thinking about doing something else. I was like, fuck that.
Was there anybody in your life, Iain, that's close to you that like their opinion mattered, that said to you, "Hey, we don't think you should do this"?
No.
No way.
No, I mean, like, my parents have always been very supportive. Like my dad is, you know, a more like cautious guy. So like, you know, as I got older and like, you know, he knew that PEDs were part of this, he would always be like, be careful, you know, but it was never, ever telling me not to do it or to, you know, to change anything like that. It was more just fatherly concern of, hey, be careful.
You know, it strikes me as weird. Well, not weird. I just kind of thought of it, and I could have the wrong impression, but it seems like you had a wholesome upbringing. So it's kind of surprising that. Well, I don't mean that in a negative way.
Because I'm just thinking about that post with the fucking Home Alone shit. The one where we're looking through the window.
Oh yeah.
No, but I'm shocked that your parents, like, having that kind of upbringing, didn't say, "Hey, man, we don't want you to do that." That's because of the PEDs. Like, I would think that they would be like,
okay, this is two sides. So my mom is. I mean, James has met my mom. My mom is like, loves bodybuilding. Like, you know, I don't know if she like loves bodybuilding. It's more she likes me, obviously, and she's got invested in things that interest me, you know?
Yeah.
So like, she follows all the bodybuilders. She follows everyone here on Instagram. She follows all the top guys. She pays attention to the shows. Like, you know, I could have a conversation tomorrow of Pittsburgh Pro and who's competing, and she would be in the now, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, she keeps into that. She's never ever told me not to do it, or, you know, to like, obviously the same kind of, you know, words of like, you know, be careful, make sure you know what you're doing, get your blood work done, that kind of stuff. But she's never the kind of person that would ever talk me out of. She also raised me and knows that I'm a very headstrong person, just like this. And once I've had an idea that I want to do this and want to be the best at it, she knows what she says is not going to change anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, instead of making him feel alienated by saying, hey, don't do this, and not want to have the conversations at the dinner table or talk about the things that you love or that interest you because you feel like you're being judged. Let's just accept that he's doing this, and let's be part of it and be excited about it, and just, you know, try and steer him in the course of doing it in the safest way possible, you know?
Yeah, it makes sense.
But my dad is older. My dad is, in his mid-70s, right? And he didn't even think that like bodybuilders used performance enhancing drugs until like after I was a pro,
Yeah. I don't know if my parents know.
So it was different, like when he kind of found out that world, it was kind of like, oh, you got to be careful. And like, yeah, I get that. I mean, I feel the same way about my kid, but no, he never like tried to say, oh, you shouldn't do this, or it's just like, be careful. Like, I trust that you know what you're doing. So, use your best, best instinct
judgment,
on judgment.
Yeah. Okay. Moving forward, what do you think is the biggest animal you could take in a fight? That's fucking that's a tough one because there's not many. Like after a dog.
Yeah, but even a big dog would be hard.
Would fuck you up, yeah.
Because I was gonna say a big dog, but then like fuck, like a big dog that's like trained, like a fucking Cressida Canario or like a big German Shepherd or something, that'd probably fuck you up,
Yeah.
Like you might get out of it alive and might win, but you'd be pretty fucking.
Well, imagine this scenario. You have to be in a cage with another animal, and you can't leave
until one of you's done.
Until one of you is done. What animal can you kill?
The thing with the dogs, like the minute if it catches your throat with those teeth.
Well, what's a really big animal that's not necessarily dangerous?
Like a deer, but a deer would still kick you to death.
I think in close proximity you could probably wrestle a deer.
I don't think so. I've seen deer like charge people and they just get up.
No, I know, but that's giving it a room to charge up. We're stuck in a cage now.
Yeah, but like an octagon, it can still move around. Like a UFC cage.
Can I cheat? Can I cheat on this one?
Yeah. Okay. What's up?
Can I pick a fish because they'll be dead because it's on land?
Yeah.
I'll pick a great white shark. It's already out.
Okay. It's okay. Yeah, I can't do anything.
Yeah, like a tuna, like a huge tuna. They're fucking gigantic.
You know what? Honestly, we're soft as fuck. Like
we'll get fucked up. We'll get fucked up.
There's not many animals we could fucking like.
Yeah,
no, we got all that replaced by having one of these.
Yeah. There's definitely no predators I can think of that an animal that a
no, there's no insect predators we could take now.
Because listen, even a fucking giraffe would swing its head and knock you out.
Yeah, he'd be just stomp you to death.
It'll give you one of them because they swing, don't they, with their neck? Bang.
Well, they also
you get hit halfway across the fucking cage.
How would you ever kill a giraffe with your bare hands?
You can't poke it.
There's literally nothing you can.
Don't know what part of the neck to choke.
What are you going to do? Break its legs? Like, I mean, that would be so hard. Then you'd have to somehow get up its neck and break its neck. Like, that would be so complicated.
Yeah,
what about like a goat? Like, you could kill a goat.
I don't know. They're quite rough.
Kill a goat, but that's not very big. That's
I know. I'm just saying pick an animal. I'm like, I think.
But then at that point, you might as well pick like a big sheep because that's like the same size and probably more docile.
Even if a sheep headbutts you, you're going out. Like, that's nasty. Have you ever had I've had a dog get accidentally headbutt me from underneath?
How vicious are panda bears?
They're very vicious.
I bet they could fuck. Yeah. I bet a panda could.
No, they are. They're actually known to be aggressive.
Yeah. Anything big is gonna because if you're that big, you have to
strength. There's only power that we don't have. We need the biggest and tamest animal on the planet.
Yeah. What's the biggest, weakest animal?
Let's see.
I don't know, man. I just think we're fucked. I just don't think humans are really designed to have brawls with animals. We'd like say we've got the brain. We know how to build contraptions, but we don't know how to actually go head to head.
Why is this not working now? What the fuck? Okay, let's try this. Okay.
What are we actually looking at? Man jumps into panda den. Okay. Let's see where this is going.
What the fuck is he doing? Why would you do that? Like, why people are so stupid? Why would you do that?
Man tries to say hello to the bear who's trying to have a nap. That bear's pissed off.
That bear's gonna fuck him up.
Sleeping bear.
Look how close he is to it.
He's gonna touch the fur. He's gonna get his arms ripped off, mate.
Oh my god, it's gonna fucking kill him now. Look at this dumb motherfucker. It's gonna gnaw his fucking foot off.
And apparently gets irritated. Apparently when it killed him, it was irritated.
What is he?
I can't even see my fucking things over there.
Yeah, we can move it. We can actually move it. We can actually have the ability. I realize that. It's quite cool.
You can? I didn't know that.
Yeah, we can move where we are.
Can you see it now, Ian?
Yeah.
I just moved the little thing with the three of us, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I just moved it
He's stroking it.
He's not even... Why is it not eating him yet?
No, they're just having a little fucking wrestle, bud.
Do they not?
This looks like a little cute wrestle.
That looks like they're having a good time.
What the?
I don't think this is bad. I don't think this is an aggressive.
Fast forward more.
I'm gonna. fast forward to the eating part.
Yeah, where he's got half the boy hanging out of his mouth.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, shit.
Anything like this that climbs trees and shit, they got to have some wacky claws on them, right?
What is he doing?
It still looks like they're having a good time. I still don't know. I'm still not sure about this.
I want to know what it's like.
Like, I don't know, man. This doesn't look like it's actually irritated. It looks like just cuddle time. Like they're just having a nice.
But I mean, like, man, like, look at the claws.
1 second. We'll see if something's happening here.
I don't think this is going to go anywhere, lads. I think this is a stalemate.
I'm shocked that it's not like fucking him up.
The kid looks like he's smiling.
He's wrestling back.
He's literally having a little brawl with the panda.
Man, like, look at the claws you can get on panda bears.
He got away.
Like, look at this, though. Look at my screen.
1 sec.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah, why isn't it stabbing him with that?
Because, like, these things have to climb trees and shit, right? Like, you got to have some crazy claws to be fucking digging.
I think the panda's secretly his friend. I think they know each other already.
Yeah, I think that was a hoax, that one there.
That was a hoax video.
Have you guys seen this?
Still just what?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight that.
Watch this.
Give me your jacket.
Imagine you're that guy.
Man, the strength of that.
You're getting mugged by a fucking panda.
Wow.
Let's rip his fucking arms off, man.
Wow.
That's fucking terrifying, man.
And he's well happy.
Rolling around in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. We're like a quarter as strong as like a fraction of strong as like some of these fucking animals, man. Anyway.
We're quite pathetic, really.
Yeah, I mean, for our weight, like weight to strength, we must be one of the weakest animals.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Isn't that mad? We train with weights. No other animal does.
Yeah, we literally work out and we still can't be better.
Oh, it's pathetic.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, I just want to tell you guys some good news. I'm opening a private facility.
Really?
Hostile, yeah.
Wait.
I started picking out equipment. Oh, you guys know those dumbbell racks that you can put the dumbbells on and you can lean back with them?
Yeah.
They kind of like spot you into position. Atlantis makes them, but they're attached to a bench. Do you guys know if there's a company that makes them that's not attached to the bench?
Yes.
Pretty sure I've seen Eddie Hall use them somewhere.
I mean, my buddy has a set in his gym in his basement.
Do you know the brand?
Yeah, they're Power Body.
Power Body. Okay, let me.
Power Body's been around for years, I believe.
I want to fucking get those, man, because
they're a Canadian company too.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Easy.
That's fucking great because I can't do military press. I can't do dumbbell press because I can't get anything over 90 from.
No, my buddy Jordan, like that basement gym that I would train in with like the red and blue walls for a while. It was closed. He has one of those in his basement. Yeah.
That's cool. Fucking sweet. And you can drag it over to any bench.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, here, I'll show you.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Paul, you're getting better at that.
Yeah, got my turn on time is much quicker now.
Yeah.
So, hey guys.
Hey.
What's up?
Paul thought he would join us for the last half.
I'm sorry, I was busy.
He was getting a haircut, but he didn't shave his head the way he's supposed to.
You want to talk about that now?
He's holding on.
So Paul's supposed to shave his head because he lost the Olympia bet.
Yeah.
And he hasn't, because I feel bad making him do it because I know he's going to look really shit with a bald head.
I'm reluctant.
Is there a bet that you guys think we should make him do other than shaving his head?
Fouad wants to slap me.
What do you do with your?
I don't want to slap you.
Oh, thanks.
What do you do with your nether region, Paul?
I'm sorry.
Your nether region, is it? What state is it in currently? Is it hairy?
Your dick and balls are they?
No, I manscape.
What about even the anus?
I trim.
You trim your anus?
Well, I trim it. I don't want it to be like.
You're a fucking liar. How do you trim your anus?
You want me to get this detailed?
Well, I'd like to know because I want to figure out how to trim my anus.
Okay. Well, when I got my clippers,
Iain, what are you doing?
When I'm doing my legs and stuff, I put one leg up on the sink,
mm-hmm.
and then I kind of
like a semi-split.
Yeah, exactly. And then I kind of hold stuff up, and then I
Like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, you could call it that for sure. I'm probably looking similar.
So, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
This bench is sitting in it. It's not attached to it. So those are the dumbbell things, and his bench is just sitting in it.
Oh, you can move it around. You put the bench. You put the bench.
Is a separate piece. This is a separate.
Yeah. That's what I want.
This rack, and he just has the bench sitting over it, so he can use it. And that's how we would use it.
Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, cool.
Those are dumbbell racks.
Yeah. The dumbbell spotter things.
Are you ordering some?
Yeah, I want to get some. Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah. Anyway, back to your asshole shaving. So, you put 1 foot up on the sink.
You guys don't do this?
What do you do, Iain?
I train legs. I train legs.
Please,
you guys are big dudes, though. You probably can't do what I do.
I just train legs, so I can't lift my leg up.
Yeah.
Can we tell me the rest of the story? So you have one leg up on the sink.
Yeah, and then
you pull your ball sack over.
Pull my bag up. Yep. Yeah. And then with my clippers, I very carefully trim.
Iain, that's what you do?
Well, I can't get my foot that high, so I put my foot like up on the edge of the bathtub, you know, so it's like only like 18 inches to 2 feet off the ground because I can't get all the way to the same. And then I'll do the same kind of thing. I just kind of bend over and get under there, you know.
Do you use a mirror?
I mean, I do my best on my own. If I need to get a mirror, I do.
Yeah,
I don't worry about it being that intricate until I'm like near a show, and then at that point I'll have Melissa fucking shave my ass. So
that's what I do if I I just call my wife.
You know, I've judged shows before where people turn to their back and it's like, yeah, he missed some spots.
Yeah,
but aren't you scared to nick your fucking asshole?
Yeah, and I have.
Oh,
yeah. Hey,
I've nicked my sack with an electric razor pretty bad.
So,
it's the risk you take.
Exactly. Yeah. What do you do, Fouad?
I call my fucking wife. I don't bother with all that.
She does it for you?
Your wife shaves your balls?
No, not my balls. If I need my ass taken care of, I call my fucking wife.
Really? What about like your inner thighs and like
around? I do that myself.
Yeah. You put a leg up?
No, I don't. If I'm just doing my inner thighs, I don't put my leg up. I just kind of squat down.
Yeah.
Between my legs. Yeah. And actually I have a little ledge in my shower that I put my leg up on sometimes. But
you bring your one thing, your one shaver? Your what do you call one blade?
No, they're good. The one blade's good.
Yeah.
No, the surface is too small. So I use the Norelco, the Phillips.
I've used the one blade for my anus.
What?
Maybe we should change the name.
The Phillips won't cut you though. It stays so it doesn't cut your skin too bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have the best shaver I have is this one called a Peanut. It's made by Wall.
I got that. I got one of those.
Yeah, the Peanut shaves closer than anything for sure.
Yeah, but you got to plug it in.
But then if you try and use that on your like gooch and shit, you're cutting yourself 100%.
Yeah.
So then I'll bust out the Phillips, and that one is a little safer. Yeah.
We had a normal civilized conversation going before you joined, Paul.
You asked me what I do. I didn't ask you.
I didn't ask you. It's because James asked you what your situation was down below your pant line.
Yeah, how'd we get onto that?
James asked you. I don't know why he asked you that.
Oh,
he just wants to know, he wants to know if you shaved your balls.
It's okay. James asked.
Well, and he was wondering about forfeits for dares and stuff. So I was thinking maybe you get it waxed. Oh, because it'd be a painful way of doing it.
Yeah, but we can't film him getting his asshole waxed.
Why not?
Oh, yeah.
I'll make good film that. That'd be hilarious.
Father.
I would watch that.
Iain, we have to.
Thanks, James.
We have to figure out a bet for Paul.
Instead of shaving my head,
because I feel bad making him shave his head because I don't think it's going to grow back.
Okay, so what are you trying to get him to do?
I can pick anything.
How about I grow my beard?
What's the bet on?
Oh, he already lost the bet. It was it was the Olympia. We bet on the Olympia. He bet that Brandon Curry was going to beat Rami, and I said no, he's not.
Man, I fulfilled my side of the bet the day after the Olympia. I took my shot right then and there.
That's Paul still hasn't done it.
Yeah, I kind of got put by the wayside for a while.
I had heartburn all day from that fucking shot of hot.
Paul's been fucking avoiding it ever since, thinking I just forget, but all the fans keep reminding him.
Yeah, it's gonna look awful. I wish I never would have made that bet.
James, go ahead.
I was thinking like a little nipple piercing or something.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. You get your nipples pierced.
Both, just one.
Yeah, get both done, and you have to have a little chain from one to the other.
I'd love to see this.
I'll take that, Paul. You can do that.
How long would I have to keep it for?
No, you can take them right out.
Take a video and you can take it off. Yeah,
that's gonna fucking kill.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had my nipples pierced 100 times. It's fine.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've got really sensitive nipples. I don't think it'll.
I used to get it when I was younger, like in high school, like grade 9, 10, 11. I used to get them pierced, but then I played football, so I take them out because like guys would tape them if they had them, but I found it was always fucking uncomfortable, so I just took them out during football season and then the season would end. I'd want them done again. So I must have had them pierced probably 4 times on one side. I had one side done just once, like before the other side. And then this side, I think I've done 3 times. So 7 between the 2 of them.
Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought?
They hurt every time?
Who'd have thought wholesome?
It actually hurts. The more you do it, the worse it gets.
Really? Because scar tissue?
Yeah, the scar tissue gets bad. But like now my nipples are always like, they look really good because they're always like really kind of like perky, so it looks good. You know?
I've noticed that. You do have nice nipples.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Paul? People are gonna think you're
It was like
he doesn't
perfect.
Yeah.
It feels like maybe like the nipple piercing was like you revolting against something. Like
I was going to say that, James. I think
I don't want to be wholesome.
He's rebelling against the wholesomeness.
I don't want to be wholesome.
The first time I ever got it done, see, my dad, we used to own an RV. Like we had a nice like 30-foot RV, and my dad's family lives all in Kelowna, BC, so in the Okanagan Valley. So every summer, because my parents were split up, and you get 2 months of the summer when you're a kid. So I'd take 4 weeks with my dad and 4 weeks with my mom. And with my dad, we'd take the RV and we'd drive from here all the way out to Kelowna. And we did that every summer. So it'd be like 5 days to drive there. We'd spend 2 weeks there and then 5 days to drive back. And so my dad's whole side of the family's there, and he has, so his sister's kids. So because my dad's older, it's kind of shifted. So like my second cousins are like the same age as me. My cousins are in their like 60s,
Yeah.
So my second cousins, one of them was like kind of like a emo-y goth, like had pink hair and piercings and shit. And she worked at a tattoo shop. So I must have been like 12 at this time, maybe 13, 12, probably 12 or 13.
Yeah.
And I was down there hanging out with her. I wanted to be cool, and like, so somehow I got talked into getting my nipple pierced. I remember it so distinctly. Because I was there, and like now, like those kind of things don't bother me at all. Like needles, piercings, like fuck, man, like that's something that doesn't bother me whatsoever. And I remember sitting there, and like the piercer would go to do it, and I'd be like, no. And then she's like, what do you saw? And I'd be like, okay. And like 2 minutes, and she'd go again. I'm like, no. But eventually I got it. It wasn't that bad. But then I hit it. So I was on vacation, like, because we were down there on vacation, like, you'd go in the pools all the time. So I was like, I wouldn't go in the pool for the rest of the trip because I didn't want my dad to see it.
Oh, your dad was into
I hid my nipple piercings from my family for like years.
Yeah. They probably wouldn't even cared.
I mean, same even when I got my tattoo, got this full arm, I hid this from my family for like 2 years.
Really?
Wow.
Well, how old were you when you got the tattoo?
I started it in 2012. So I was like 21.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Hey, can I just say before we move on, that trip sounds fun as fuck.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to rent an RV. And second of all, I've always wanted to drive across country.
Yeah.
Hey, funny you're saying this because we were just looking. So there's actually a website for Canada that's kind of like an Airbnb for renting RVs. Because if you go through like these RV rental companies, you see the big ones with the decals on the side.
Yeah,
it's expensive, man. The mileage parameters are so crazy, and it's so expensive if you go over. So you can't really go anywhere. But they have this website called RV Easy, like RV Easy Y, and it's like people who own RVs and trailers, and will like rent them out. Yeah.
Awesome.
You can rent like 30-foot A-class RVs for like $200 a night.
Oh, Paul, let's do it, man.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Literally just looking. Literally, it's funny we're having this conversation because we were just looking the other day. We were going to rent like a medium-sized one, me, Melissa, and a couple friends, and just go to like Golden Lake or one of these nice places here in Ontario, like when the summer's nice, and just go by the water and camp out for a couple days.
Yeah.
Paul, that's what you do, man. Take the girl, get the girls.
Yeah.
And I'll grab my wife, and we can fucking get an RV and drive out to BC.
I'll definitely do. That'd be awesome.
An RV trailer, or even those like the really nice like Mercedes camper vans.
Yeah.
You can get
Dude,
those.
Your wife would kill me if she was stuck in an RV with me for a week.
My wife?
Your wife would kill me. I think she'd be like, when are we going home?
Well, you need to.
You two.
You got to convoy it,
Yeah. You guys would clash a lot for that.
No,
that'd be great.
That's legit. Some of the best memories, like just because at first it would be me, my dad, and my sister, but then once my sister got like 14, 15, she didn't want to do that kind of trip, so then it was just like me and my dad, and that was some of the best memories I have as a kid. Like,
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, because like I'd still be sleeping at like 5 a.m. He'd get up and he'd start driving. You'd wake up and we'd be on the road. And he'd have like Tim Hortons ready, and like
that's pretty cool.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
we'd play PlayStation in there, and like it was awesome.
Yeah. Huh.
James, did you ever have any piercings?
I had my ear done when I was younger, but it's gone now.
Why did you take it out? You just got sick of it?
Yeah, just couldn't maintain it.
Paul? You?
Yeah, I had a couple, Fouad. I had my ear done for a long time.
Your balls were pierced before.
No, I never had a Prince Albert. I had my eyebrow for a little while.
Did you? I did too.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, we weren't friends.
I wasn't hanging out with you yet.
I had this eyebrow done.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you? Yeah. I remember my mom's Italian, and I knew she'd freak out. So I didn't go to see her for a couple of weeks after I had it done. And then one day she came to my house, and then it was weird. She didn't say nothing about it. She came and visited for like an hour and left, didn't say nothing about it. I was kind of shocked by that. But then I swear to God, as soon as she got as soon as she got home, she called me. She was like, "Paul, please take that out of your face. Please take that out."
I had mine was like a barbell. So every time I went home, I would just take it, like unscrew it, pull it out.
Yeah, I had a barbell too, but I kept it in all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway. You had your ears pierced, right? When you were bodybuilding?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
For some reason, I thought you had like diamond earrings when you were like young, when you had hair.
No, I wasn't that douchey. I wouldn't do.
Sure.
Oh, sorry. Wait, you have earrings.
I have two in each
but
there.
It would have looked worse on me. If it suits you. It wouldn't. For me, it would have made me look even more.
Yeah, I have
like
two,
more of a jackass
than I would. This too, but I never really wear it.
Oh, the top part.
You know what I always wanted was the hoops that Luke had. I always thought that was cool.
Didn't Luke have like stretchers?
Yeah, I was always worried about them because my friend slept with a girl once and said that her ears smelt when she had a pair of them.
Oh, are you serious?
Oh, really?
I was like, yes, I was like,
the earring back smell is like a meme. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's such a thing as an earring stink?
I didn't know that.
God, man.
Apparently so.
Your wife has her ears pierced. Go take a pair of her earrings out of her ears and smell it.
No, it's like toenails.
Yeah, it's like when you clip your fingernails, it's like the smell under your fingernails. That's what it smells like.
My fingernails don't stink.
I don't think mine do either.
If they're dirty and you clip them, that's what it smells like.
Do a toenail then.
I never smelled my toenails either.
They're fun.
Did you just shower today?
Fouad, no way.
What the fuck does that mean? I shower like 3 times a day, you fucking asshole.
So I put me off that point. I don't find these that often, but let's say you like get a sweaty toe. Ooh,
toe, yeah.
And one that you've let it grow a bit.
All right, I'll test it out. I've never experienced that.
Let a toe, like a big toe one, get like this long and then take it off.
I can't do that. I can't do that. Once they start to get long, they bug me because they catch on my socks.
I know.
Yeah.
You guys find I thought there's nothing that changed. The number one thing I noticed when I start taking good growth hormone is I need to cut my nails like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
I've been taking collagen lately. I've been using some collagen lately, and that's been doing it too.
Yeah, man. Like
I the growth hormone as soon as I start.
Yeah, like when I'm not taking growth hormone, I maybe cut my nails like I don't know once every 10 days to 2 weeks, and they're fine. But like I've legit cut my nails 3 times in the last 2 weeks.
I was thinking about that bet that you guys had, or the situation we had with me, you, and Guy, and you were talking about cutting the hair versus cutting the nails.
Yeah.
I think you're wrong. I just thought about it.
I'm not. What was that? What was that?
I think you are. I think you are wrong.
No, there's 0% chance I'm wrong.
Wait.
I'm unequivocally right.
What was this debate?
I love Iain. He's like,
okay, let me explain the situation.
Like 0 chance I'm wrong.
There's 0 chance I'm wrong. I know this. Okay. It's if you had, you explain. I can't remember the question exactly.
It was if you had to cut your hair versus cut your nails, but every time you cut them, you felt the same pain as when you cut your skin. Which would you rather cut? So, like, if you cut your nails, right, or when you get a haircut, but every time you got those cut, it would hurt like as if somebody cut you. Which one would you rather get cut?
What have you got more often needs to be avoided.
Pardon?
Whatever one you cut more often needs to be the one that is the painful one.
Okay, but this is where I thought you could be wrong. Just hear me out. You were going by the amount of time it takes. So you're like, well, if I have to take a haircut, it takes half an hour versus cutting my nails, which takes 1 minute. So I'd rather get my nails cut because it's only 1 minute of pain.
Yeah.
But the way I thought of it is each individual hair is going to hurt. So you're cutting thousands of hairs versus 10.
You're getting a bit. Oh, you're in deep on this.
Yeah, real deep.
My point even more though. Then you're cutting more. It's more painful to cut the.
Yeah, but you were saying you would rather cut the nails than the hair, and I'm saying, wait, is that what you said?
Because the nails are less frequent.
Oh, maybe it was Guy that I was trying to say was wrong.
I'm saying you should cut the nails because the nails. I did it like this. I did it in simple math of if I cut my hair.
No, I think the question was which one would hurt. I think the question. Wait. I think the question was which one would hurt more. That was the question.
No, which one would you rather do?
Is that what it was?
Yeah. So I'm saying if I cut my nails, say once a week, and it takes 1 minute, in a year, that's 52 minutes of cutting. Okay. Yeah. If I get my hair cut and it's 30 minutes every time, and I do it, say twice a month, that's a lot more time under pain. It's just simple math.
But I thought the question is which one was more painful.
Well, clearly 30 minutes of pain is more painful.
Yeah.
So maybe that wasn't the question.
It's the same level of pain.
Just which one would you rather do if it hurt every time you do it? And I said the nails for sure.
Huh.
Because it's more frequent, but that's why I did it on camera to time it, because I'm like, it's only a minute of pain, you know.
Maybe it was Guy I wanted to talk to about it, because I was like, I wanted to tell Guy that he for sure was wrong, because I thought cutting your hair. What are you laughing at, Paul?
You couldn't wait to tell Guy that, eh?
Not because it's Guy. This is how fucked up I am. Sometimes I think about these things after the fact, and I'm like, the hair would be worse because you're cutting every hair is going to hurt.
Yeah.
Right. I just thought it was just added to the amount of time. Makes it even worse.
Yeah.
That makes sense? No? All right. We move on.
Hair'd be way worse.
Before we move on, I want to ask you, Paul, what's the biggest animal you think you could take in a fight? This is going to be good. Here we go.
What'd you guys say?
No. You just got to do it on your own.
It's hard.
Probably like a good sized deer.
That's kind of where we came to.
That's kind of where we came to. But I don't know if
they can't really fight back.
They use their hooves though, man.
What? They're not going to buck me.
They might.
Okay, if they buck me, I might be in trouble. But as long as they don't buck me, I'd be pretty good.
Wait. You have to look at this. You're always going to take some damage. It's just who could you win?
Right.
The thing is that the scenario
expecting to take no punches. Obviously, the deer's going to fuck you up a little. You're just going to still win. You know?
But wait a second. This was Paul. Just so you know the scenario. You're locked in a cage, like a UFC cage.
Yeah.
And neither one of you could leave until you kill the other one.
Okay, so I want something that doesn't got teeth for sure.
Yeah, deer.
So a plant eater, like a deer or something like that. Maybe even an elephant, a small baby elephant.
Well, no, you got to pick a full-grown elephant.
Oh, okay, then forget it. No.
Because at that point, you just pick fucking, a baby fucking giraffe or something.
Yeah,
this
is true enough.
Look, that's what that deer is going to do to you, Paul. Look.
Well, I would probably pull his arm and get him in the guard there.
That thing is going to fuck you up, man.
I would pull his hoof in and get him in the guard. And from there, I would
look at that. He's on his fucking face.
The only thing is about animals like this is they will not tire.
That's right. He's going to keep stomping.
Deer is not going to get tired,
Yeah, he definitely going to have more stamina than me.
I'm telling you, man, that deer is going to kill you.
That deer can keep up this kind of pace for like fucking 4 hours.
But I would want to grab its antlers and pull it down.
What if it's a female and doesn't really have much for antlers?
It's going to stab you with its fucking. It's going to stab you with its fucking.
Not if I grab him with my hands, Fouad, and pull it down so it's below me.
You're gonna pull it down.
I'm gonna pull it down, and then I'll feed it uppercuts.
Deer is where you need to go. I think that's your best bet.
Yeah, they're not a violent animal either.
I honestly, you just witnessed it stomping the shit out of somebody.
Well, anything is violent when it feels like it's backed into a corner.
But you're in a cage together, and you're gonna try and punch it. What's it gonna do to you?
Yeah, if you got on its back, but they're gonna wriggle.
I just don't think any of us could beat up a deer.
What about a kangaroo?
You got to look at it this way. Do you think that it would kill you? You think it could get to the point where it would beat you to the death?
Well, yes, because you have to keep attacking it to kill it before you're allowed to get out of the cage, and it's going to keep stomping you. Every time you go after it, it's going to stomp you.
I don't think it can kill me with its hooves, though.
No,
I don't know. Concussion.
It looked like it was doing a pretty good job on that guy.
Yeah, but he probably had nothing broken.
Listen, if it manages to knock you out accidentally, and then you're laying there, and it keeps stabbing at you.
He was just being a pussy in that video.
Yeah, he didn't know how to fight, anyways.
I think we're better off fighting a giant toe.
A what?
A giant toe.
A giant toe.
But they bite hard as shit. But yeah, you can just flip it on its back and like stomp on it.
Exactly.
A big snapping turtle.
A big giant toe.
A turtle.
Nothing that can bite me.
Yeah,
you could beat up a turtle.
But once you put a turtle in its back, it's pretty much fucked,
But they're very quick with their snapping with their
they're very
bites.
quick, yeah.
I think it depends on the turtle type.
Yeah.
But if you stay behind it, because they don't move around fast, their head will come out fast. But if you stay behind it, flip it over and then just fucking give her a good stomp on the belt.
That's a good try.
And I'm talking about like the giant ones that are like 200 years old and well old.
Yeah.
Slow. Like,
I almost feel bad even saying that, killing a fucking 200-year-old.
I do, but I'm thinking this is life or death situation right now.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? I'm going to pick on the elderly turtle.
Yeah.
So, Paul, you can kill a turtle? That's what you're going with?
I think I could kill a deer before I can kill a turtle.
There's no fucking way. Let's try it. I bet you.
I would just pull its arms.
Let's try it.
Break its arms.
Let's try it.
It's not going to pull its arms.
Let's line it up.
I would.
We're so slow, and it's gonna kill you in a fucking heartbeat. And I know you don't like. I know you don't like pain. You're gonna die. Like
I don't like pain. I have a very high pain tolerance.
Could I ask a question? It kind of reflects on an old thing, but it's a serious point. At what point is the tipping of favor in scales? So let's say if you were fighting a bunch of chickens, how many chickens is the turning point of which you couldn't win against? That's what I'm wondering. Like, because they go crazy. So, like, let's say 3 chickens are fighting, you'd probably rip their fucking heads off. Yeah.
If there was a chicken frenzy, you mean?
Yeah, like how many chickens is the turning point of where you're fucked? Is it 4? Is it 5? Like, there's one extra chicken is going to turn the favor in the chicken's favor.
I'm going to say 25.
I'm going to say 20 to 30. Yeah.
Yeah, because you could just keep stomping on them.
Because, like, you might be able to smash 19 chickens up, but that 20th chicken's going to get you.
It's going to overwhelm you.
You is going to be tough, you know.
I don't know how hard it is to kill a chicken. I mean, they're.
I don't think it's easy. I reckon they're quite violent.
Chickens are easy to kill for sure, but I mean, it's not.
If you can get a hold of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if there's 25 on you, you're going to have.
Yeah, man. They're
grabbing them, snapping necks. You know, like.
Imagine the disorientation from the flapping.
Right? How many chicken pecks would it take before you die? Yeah, like before you're dead.
Is it 1,001? So like can you get pecked 1,000 times and survive?
It matters where you're getting pecked. Are you getting pecked in the back?
That's what I said. Yeah.
Or the throat or the eyes. You know, like
you could probably take a lot of pecks in the back, but it's just
imagine this is like this is terrible. But imagine it's like some sort of like torture, like Johnny's torture. You just tied someone up and you literally tie a chicken opposite them. And they're facing each other and just looking at each other, and you let the chicken just peck here, and it's how many pecks till the McGeezer dies.
I'm sure this is some like Nazi Germany science test that's been done.
It's literally been done.
Okay, honest question.
Been done.
Okay, honest question. How many chickens? 20 to 30?
Yeah, 30 at least.
You're fighting for your life. You're in a cage.
Yeah, I think I could take 30.
And are they all put in at once, or are they putting one in every like?
No.
That would be fair. I'd kill them all.
Yeah. It's all in at once.
You think you kill them all if they're putting one at a time?
One at a time. I just stomp on them.
Okay, so Paul, let me ask you this. So they put in one chicken at a time every 30 seconds.
When are you going to tire?
How many chickens
I would get tired
kill before you're tired and die?
Until they overwhelm me because of my fatigue. Depends on how many stomps it took.
You don't have a lot of fucking endurance, dude. You're like 250 pounds.
I don't think stomping's the way to go with the chicken, man.
What do you think? Snapping necks?
They're gonna run. Yeah, I think you need to grab their legs. Well, you grab their necks and you just give them a little like, you know.
Really? But don't they say that chickens run around with their heads cut off still?
Yeah, but I mean, you might run around.
Can't do anything then. There's no beak.
Yeah, it's got.
What you really do is you stand on their wings and you pull their legs.
That would be like a camel clutch kind of.
You guys have never hunted like partridge or anything. How you pull them apart is you literally just stand on their wings and pull their legs, and the whole bird just pulls apart.
Really?
Oh, that's
you literally pull
that's
apart, like their wings and their body, like their outside from their inside. They literally just pull right apart. It's the craziest thing.
Oh,
my God.
Fucking Ian's fucked up. He's thought about all this stuff.
Savage. I've done this. I've done it a million times.
Really?
Wow.
Oh my God, yeah, it's easy, man. It's kind of cool, yeah.
We're pussies.
You just lay them out, stand their wings out.
I could do it.
You put their wings out. You put their wings out. You grab their legs and you just pull it, and it kind of make a little popping sound at the joint, and then they literally just and you literally just have 2 chicken breasts with no skin on them. Perfect.
Oh well,
they were meant to be that way.
I could do that, Paul. I'm not fucking.
I don't know,
man. It's easy. A child can do it. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's super easy.
All right. So
you should take us hunting sometimes, Ian.
Yeah.
Okay. Before you guys make a date, let's go back to the question.
Seriously needs to be. I think you're underestimating the chicken.
I want to know how many 30-second intervals of chicken you can handle before you get tired.
Oh man, I'm probably good for about 3 minutes. So 10
chickens, and then you start to get tired.
Oh, that's
you can probably still handle some while you're tired, but then how many before you're like?
I can still before I just like. I just turtle and let them do what they want.
You succumb to your.
I feel like we should do this a little bit differently. I feel like it should be waves of chickens. So the first wave is 1 chicken.
Like 3 at a time.
What wave can you get to? So you get 2 chickens. You get 3. You have to kill. Obviously, you have to beat them all first, and then the new wave gets.
It's like zombies in Call of Duty.
What wave will you get to before you're fucked?
I think once you get to the 3 at a time, you're starting to fall behind.
Yeah, you're probably starting to get overwhelmed at that point.
Because you're gonna kill.
But you could use 1 as a bat.
But no, the next wave doesn't start
until you finish this wave.
Oh, okay.
You have to finish the wave.
Oh, okay.
It's like when you play the Nazi zombies in Call of Duty.
Yeah, in Call of Duty, these guys.
See, the problem is once you get to the wave with like 10,
Wow.
You might kill them all, but you're going to be so tired that the next wave of 11 is going to fuck you up.
You're fucked. Yeah.
That's when you're overwhelmed. That's when they just that's when they just lay on you.
Yeah.
Oh shit. chicken shit and beaks everywhere.
I don't know.
We need someone with some really like good chicken farming experience to tell us how difficult this would be, you know?
Yeah, I have no idea why anybody watches this fucking podcast. It's so so fucking useless sometimes. Okay.
I'm warming up for it. I'm warming up for it.
You know what? You guys want to do a rate your physique?
Oh yeah, sure.
We're gonna wait till the end.
It's up to you.
Let's do one at the end. We'll do one at the end.
Yeah, one more question.
When booked for a guest posing, do you prep like you're prepping for a show, or do you show up as you are?
As you are.
Yeah, I mean, depends how fat you are, but yeah, I mean, I would never intervene with my season like planning and progress and stuff and cut it to prep for a guest posing, you know. But I also never get that fat in the off season that I would feel uncomfortable guest posing, you know.
You could guest pose all year round, probably.
Exactly. Yeah. I would have no issue with that.
See, I used to get heavier in the off season, so I would only guest pose if I was closer, like around showtime.
Yeah.
Either before or after. New York Pro top.
James got something to say.
Oh, sorry, James. Go ahead.
Sorry, I had to go and Google and type what we just talking about. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead.
I literally typed in how many chickens could one person successfully fight to the death in one go. And it says, I must tell you, this requires more serious thought than one might realize. Let me explain. When I was a young man, my inside house dog went out the street and broke into my neighbor's chicken house. My dog was part Dachshund, whatever that is, and part unknown. He weighed maybe 20 pounds. He was normal standards and not a small breed. I heard the carnage from the front yard and ran to the street in the chicken house where my little friend had killed 2 chickens and created havoc with the rest, who were going absolutely crazy. I got my dog out, but was never attacked any other 15 chickens or so. There was a reason for this. The rooster was outside. So to give you the best guess answer, female chickens, you'd probably have to be surrounded by hundreds and then find a way to harass them into a fight. A male chicken, aka a rooster, look out. My wife tried to pet one at a friend's house. It attacked her and commonly known as flogging. It went from feet to shoulders in about 2 seconds and bloodied her up pretty good. So basically, it's just saying that the male chickens where you're fucked. Sorry,
so we need to have a caveat then. How many roosters versus how many chickens?
Yeah,
chickens. Any one of us could probably handle a few hundred. Yeah. If it's roosters, you're probably getting to like 8 to 10. I'm
sorry, I pulled us back there. I just had that.
No, it's okay. The thing with the chickens is, I don't think that any amount of them could kill me. It's just I get so tired, I won't be able to fight anymore.
Yeah,
that's what I'm worried about.
But then you would die.
Yeah, they're gonna kill you.
No, I know, but I'm saying the rooster.
But this is an unanswerable question then, because you're saying that there's unlimited amount of chickens. Well, everything will get tired with it.
No, but it's not unanswerable because I'm thinking like this: the roosters, there's a certain amount that even if I had full amount of energy, would still kill me.
Yes.
Right, like 10 roosters could probably kill me.
Yeah, but see, the thing is with the chickens, they're not going to attack you. They're not vicious. They're going to just run and go like, you know?
Yeah.
So like you could stand for a minute, get your wind back, and then, okay, back to chicken killing, you know?
Yeah, that's true. They're not going to be aggressive.
Yeah.
I didn't know roosters were so vicious.
Well, that's why they're cockfighting, isn't it?
Oh, right. Yeah.
You didn't think a rooster was a cock, did you?
I didn't think it was being a cock.
You didn't connect.
I didn't make the connection. No. Oh, gamecock and rooster are the same thing?
As far as I know.
Apparently so.
Yeah. All right. New York Pro top 3. What do you guys think?
Justin, Nick, Hassan.
Was that your final answer?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, yeah.
Blessing's not in the top 3 for you?
I don't know. He is underrated, Blessing, because I've seen him on stage wipe the floor with people when he was an amateur. It's just hard to judge because I haven't seen him as a pro, and he's not been up there as a pro. So it's really hard to say, but I would rather make that conclusion after I've seen him in Indy.
He's looking pretty hurt in his pictures.
There's a good chance he'll probably win Indy. I don't know who else is doing Indy, so I mean.
Okay, so
I feel like he could win Indy and then fuck off to New York.
The last picture he posted, I thought he looked fucking amazing, but he does look a little small in that photo. I don't know how big he looks going to look next to anybody, but in that photo, like he didn't look overly thick through the chest, shoulders, arms.
Yeah, I agree.
Was that side shot he put up?
Yeah, which looks amazing.
His legs look better than I thought, but then his arms, shoulders, and chest were a lot shallower than I thought.
You have to be careful though, because like my leg from the side when I'm shredded
is great.
Looks way bigger.
I agree.
Than it does when you turn me forward. My sweep isn't like very dramatic. So he might have that awesome side shot, but we still don't know how it's going to look.
No, like. I'm only.
I'm just saying for people listening. I know you know that, but I think Blessing's great, man. I think he's got an awesome physique. I think if he gets bigger, but this actually leads me to one other point before we finish with the New York topic is, Iain, how did you find yourself into that shit somehow? You just jumped.
We can't give this guy airtime. We can't do this.
We're going to give him airtime. He's a fucking pro.
This is what he wants. He wants the airtime. This is his thing.
But I like it, and he's kind of
does this because he wants to get like the attention. You know?
Yeah, but you're the one who jumped in, so maybe you're the one who wants the attention. Now we're getting somewhere.
He said I was doing it for the clout, and I was just doing it to be funny, you know.
Yeah, but
I was doing it to be funny, and because Nick's my boy, and it was like their little beef. I have no problem with Blessing, other than that I find guys like that intentionally stir up stuff for clout like this, or guys that kind of have like a fake personality that's like their Instagram personality and their real life personality kind of have a variance. I don't really like.
But wait a minute,
that kind of bothers me.
But what if that person's admitted that?
I mean, sure he can, but I still am not saying you can admit it all you want. I still don't like it.
Okay.
So that's
what you're saying is you don't like the let's create hype and drama and create.
No, I don't mind the let's create hype and drama, because I think for me and Hunter it was really good, but there was still respectfulness to it. Which whatever, I don't care about that. You know, I know that Kai and Phil had kind of a angsty thing, which was good for the sport. I'm not disagreeing that. I think him and Nick. I'm just saying, as a personality, I don't really like the personality that he portrays. I don't think that all clout is the same. And I know there's like that saying.
I agree.
That no press is bad press. I'm not in that camp. You know,
I agree.
I think he goes in the camp of all press is good press. It's getting my name out there, whether it's negative or not. I don't care. People are saying my name. I don't agree with that.
So I'll go. This is where I disagree with you. I go by. It's if you take somebody's personality by their 140 characters on Twitter or whatever it is on Instagram, then you're going to get only one look. I judge Blessing by his hour podcast he did with me a couple weeks ago.
See, and I also judge, and then when he'll, knock other bodybuilders saying that we only focus on bodybuilding, that he's, making the money and making the moves with his stuff and like shits on us because we're not doing the same things as him. I don't like that. He has no idea how much money guys like me and James are making on contracts. He has no clue.
Yeah.
If he did,
I'd hope I'm getting more than him, because I think I'm better.
All I'm saying is this: from the hour of talking to him, I realized it's a game to him. He doesn't dislike Nick.
Wait.
He actually, just let me finish.
I know. I agree with you.
Somebody, and this is why I say this. Somebody messaged me like 3 days ago, and I said on the last podcast we did with Guy and that, I said, look, my friends are very important to me. I'm very loyal to my friends. If you fuck with my friends, you're out of my circle as well. I don't play the fence game, right?
Yeah.
So the guy messaged me. He's like, well, what about Nick? He's like, Blessing hates Nick, and you're not taking a side. And it's like, Iain took a side. Why don't you take a side? And I'm like, wait a minute. This isn't malicious. Blessing is not actually hate Nick and actually doing anything to do something to Nick. So
none of us hate anybody.
No. I'm just making it clear to everybody.
Might hate me, but I mean,
no. I know. So my point is, like, I don't feel a need to take a side because I like Nick. I want Nick to win. He's a friend of mine. He's closer to me than Blessing, but I don't hate Blessing. I'm cool with Blessing doing whatever he does. Now, going back to the podcast I did with him, I think what he's doing is actually fun and it's good for the sport. Where it becomes not fun is when fans don't realize it's a game and they start making it personal.
Yeah.
Because before that, it's all fun. Blessing respects Nick. Nick respects Blessing.
Wait, let me interject here. Where I think the line is drawn is when all the things you do to keep things interesting are always negative. And I think like when you see the comment thread and see things when people ripped apart Blessing when I went at him on the buys and tries thing, every single comment in there was tearing Blessing apart because of the negative personality and the negative attention he's brought. We all agree that this kind of drama can be good for the sport. I don't disagree with that. I think Blessing's doing a great job. I think a lot of people are very excited to see New York Pro and see this go down. I don't disagree with that whatsoever.
But wait a minute.
Where I disagree is that I think not all things like this are good. And I think
I agree with you.
On the line is that he's gone too far with the negativity and with these kind of things where it's become And I really just did it, and I drew attention to it, and a million people realized kind of the personality and the persona he was bringing, and that's why so many people jumped on.
Okay, but wait a minute. What has Blessing done other than attack his physique? I don't think he's attacked Nick personally.
No, he's just one of those guys that's it's always like shoddy little attacks and negativity, and it's just like kind of like a clowny YouTubey personality that I don't really like,
Yeah, I get it. It's it's like a Jake Paul kind of thing. I get it.
Exactly. Let me get a caveat here that I don't know Blessing. I don't know him from my fucking, this lady walking down the street right now. I don't know him at all. I can only judge him by what I see on social media. What you put out there is all I'm left to judge with. And I think judgment is not necessarily a bad thing. I think it's something we use to protect ourselves and pick our friends and pick our circles. I can only judge him by what I've seen. What I've seen in his personality, I don't necessarily like. Maybe me and Blessing would hang out, we'd be good boys. I don't know. I don't really care. All I was doing was making a comment that was something other people were seeing and already commenting on, that his legs didn't look good in that picture. I just made a little snide comment at it because Nick's my boy. Maybe I shouldn't have done it. You know what? Maybe I was the one that started it and it was negative. Okay, I can accept that. I probably shouldn't have. But that's just one cherry on top to the kind of things that Blessing has done as a whole,
My opinion on the topic is this: as long as it's not personal, like if he's poking.
I didn't say anything personal.
No. I'm not saying anything about you. I'm talking about just the whole thing in general, right? Just Blessing in general. As long as he's not attacking somebody personally or trying to be malicious in any way, I don't feel like anything he's done is wrong, because the one thing I can say about what he's been doing is everybody is excited about New York.
Agreed. I said that. Yeah. I 100% admitted that. I said that was the first thing.
Like, imagine, just to answer this, imagine Blessing wasn't doing the show. Would anybody care?
Wasn't the first thing I said, and Paul, you and you guys heard, I said, I think this is amazing for New York Pro, and a lot of people are very excited to see it. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But that's separate from the point of what I'm saying,
So why is it wrong though if he's not making personal or malicious attacks?
It is, but because that's the thing. When he'll go into these comments and he starts making about like blah blah blah, these poor ass bodybuilders, saying that none of us do anything, we're not successful, we're not making money, and that he's superior to us in some way because he has a bigger following or is doing more YouTube, when he knows nothing about the kind of money we're making or knows nothing about it. And for a lot of guys, that's not where the prerogative is. The prerogative is being a bodybuilder, which is a separate thing. So I think that is making personal attacks when you say stuff like that.
Yeah,
Look, am I bothered by these things? Not at all, because I know where I stand. I know where all the other bodybuilders that you might say this stuff stand. I could care less. I think it's funny. It's whatever, and I think sometimes these things get a little out of hand.
Yeah.
But I'm also allowed to judge based off the kind of things I see, and this is the judgment I've made.
That's fine. And I think that's where we differ. Is I had a chance to talk to him for an hour.
Hey, wait, maybe I would, and maybe I'd feel the same way as you.
I'm not, listen, there's no right and wrong. I'm just saying, I had a chance to talk to him for an hour, and after talking to him, I'm like, this guy's a good person. I think he just likes to play a game. And I think
this is why I don't like people that play a game that's completely based off negativity. Because like Sergio,
the negativity is
like someone like Sergio or Nathan play these kind of games, but it's a lot more fun when they do it,
I don't know. Luke was really fucking pissed off at Nathan.
Maybe. Okay.
Like, James, you can probably attest to that.
Yeah, I used to have to say to Luke, don't let it piss you off.
No, I know, but Luke didn't like playing that game, but Nathan liked playing.
No, but that's just some people's nature, isn't it? Like,
no, I know. So what I'm saying
is individuals, and like maybe Ian's more like Luke.
And that's fine. So I'm saying, so I'm saying what Blessing is doing is not.
To be fair, listen, if someone cusses my physique out, right, I'm fucking telling them they're a cunt as well, because not you a cunt, but if someone cusses me, because I think that's personal as well.
Yeah.
So, like, where does it end? Where does it lie? Because I don't know, like,
but see,
I'm not talking about Blessing in general, but like, where does personal start and end? I don't know. What do you guys think?
I personally think look, I don't like playing these games.
And when I say the word cunt, I didn't mean because he said you used the word cunt. I like the word cunt. I don't know why Blessing used the word cunt because that's my word. But anyway.
No, I don't. Look, when I was competing, I didn't like this kind of shit either. I wouldn't get involved in it. But if you're going to snap back, then you're playing the game, right? So if Blessing comes at Nick and Nick snaps back, now you're involved. So now you're playing. Listen, of course. So I feel like if they're both involved, it's not personal if they're talking about physique issues, because that's their sport. The sport is your physique. I know the physique is personal, but not in that context, because you're talking about your competitive vehicle.
I thought it was fun, and I think it was fun when he said back and came back about like same place as your calves, and when it keeps in style like that. I think it's awesome. I think it's fun. Yeah. And like, I think when he says comments like that, it's fun. When you start to get into like, he starts calling you a salty cunt, and maybe cunt isn't in a derogatory way.
Cunt's a normal word though for them.
Yeah, but still saying I'm a salty, like sad fucking whiny bitch, or like stuff like this.
Yeah.
That's saying a personal attack. I never said anything like that about him.
Yeah. And what I was trying to explain, I was trying to explain then is like, when someone, was it personal of him to say about your calves? Is that to me that's quite personal.
No, but it's not personal because I said his sweep first.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. Where does it begin? Where does it end?
But that's what I'm saying, James. It's I feel like the personal part starts when you're talking about something that is not used for competitive reasons. Your physique is something you use competitively.
Well, yes, and this was also a picture of a physical attribute. I commented on the physical attribute and nothing else. That was it. I said, "Where's your sweep?" I said as a joke. You know what? And I admit maybe I shouldn't have done it. Maybe I should. That's not my beef between him and Nick. And the fun part, maybe I should have stayed out of it. Okay, debatable. Yeah. But when if he wants to come back and just such the calves and this and that, but it's like when you start then arguing it about like negative things and calling people salty cunts and like saying these things, then it just doesn't really get fun. And that's why he got ripped apart in the comments.
So you're saying your ultimate philosophy is, as long as everybody's having fun doing it, it's cool. But if it starts to get shitty, then it's not called for.
And I mean, and this is where it differs, because I think when you look at the comments, people think it's fun when people are just saying the sweep and the calves and these things. But once it starts to get more, then that's when people start to jump on Blessing and be like, yo, we're tired of your fucking bullshit antics and the negativity. That's when he got ripped apart. But he doesn't mind that. And I agree with that. And if you don't mind it, then that's great. Yeah. But like, it's, and I don't mind it either. It doesn't bother me. He's not living rent free. Like I could care less, but.
So just to put a point on it, we'll move on. I just want to say, I think the bottom line comes down to if you know the person or not.
Yeah.
And I feel like because I've talked to him for an hour and I had a good conversation with him, I kind of know him a little bit more than his social media. So I feel like it's kind of cool. But like I said, if you only are judging him by his social media shit and it's something you don't like, then that's fine. Mm-hmm. Is it drawing eyeballs? I think it definitely is.
100%.
Is it good for the sport? I think it definitely is. This is the theory I have, though. And this happened with King Kamali. If he wins any show, or if he beats Nick or whatever, all of these people that are against his shit talk are going to all reverse their commentary. I promise you, because King Kamali used to do this negative shit talk and everybody loved him because he was great. And then once he started losing, everybody's like, oh, look at this guy. He just runs his mouth.
Yeah.
So the shit talk is great. And if you back it up, people will still be on your side. And I just have this, I can't help but think if he does well, people are going to give him a pass for it. And they're just not giving him a pass now because he hasn't proven himself.
Yeah, I agree.
Everybody loves a winner.
So
I never said that he doesn't have a good physique. I just commented on sweeping that one photo.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he might do well at these shows. I even said earlier in the conversation, he might win Indy.
Exactly.
I don't have any problem saying a good physique is a good physique, even if I don't like the person. I'm not saying I don't like Blessing. I don't know Blessing. I've just, like I said, I've only commented on what I've seen as his internet persona, which is not the kind of person I would want to hang out with.
You don't like the negativity. I get it. I'm the same way.
Maybe people could say I'm a negative guy too. I say the Kevin Levrone comments. I say the things, whatever. You could come at me for saying the same kind of things. Okay, sure. But I think this is just a constant with him with this kind of, like rattle the chains negativity, and he kind of goes a little above and beyond, which I think it made some people dislike him. Not saying it's made me dislike him. I'm just saying that's where people went hard on him in the comments there.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, look, if I was involved, I probably wouldn't have any part of it if it was me personally.
I'm not really involved. This is him and Nick. It's just like, like it's earlier, someone said, I just decided to take Nick's side. Nick's in my camp, so I just wanted to throw in my little comment and, maybe I shouldn't have done it. Who cares? Whatever.
Yeah.
It's negligible at this point, right?
But what do you think you're more of you're not as involved. You're a bodybuilding fan. What do you see as a fan? Like, is it?
I think it's good. From a fan standpoint, I think it's from a fan standpoint, I think it's cool. I think it's good for the sport. I think it helps, generate attention for the show.
But not good for the sport. Not good for all that. For you personally, like when you're watching that shit, is it something you're like, I don't really like that?
No, I mean, for me personally, like I'm a bodybuilding fan. Like, you know, I have been for a long time. This is a sideshow to me. It doesn't make me more interested in the show or not. You know, I know that Blessing is just playing it up, you know, and for that, I think, you know, in some ways that's kind of smart. You know, he's bringing attention to the show. He's bringing attention to himself. And in some ways that's smart. Nick, I feel Nick is more of like, even though he's young, I think he's more of an old school kind of guy. Yeah. I don't think he likes it. And if he doesn't like it, you know, I kind of feel like maybe you should back off a little bit if the other party involved doesn't really like it, you know. I mean, but then again, if you decide to, you know, banter back, then you are kind of playing into it. But I just feel like I think Nick's a very focused guy. And I think now it's down to, what is it now, like the last 3 weeks or so before the show, 2 or 3 weeks? Yeah. I think Nick just doesn't want the distraction right now. He wants you to be focused. And I think that's cool. And that's probably the way I would be if I was a Nick.
That's the toughest, sorry, but that's the toughest part about it is, if you're looking for a dance partner, you got to have somebody that wants to dance with you, not force them to dance.
Yeah.
And I think that's
when me and Hunter did Tampa, we created a lot of buzz for that show. Yeah. I would say equally, if not more than this show. I mean, right on the same par, but none of it, we could still get on a podcast and have a respectful conversation. And it was like, still, we amped up the show, and there was still like, we'd throw like little jabs of like, my back's better, my calf's better, whatever, you know, blah, 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 his chest sucks. And it would be fun. But then, like, me and Hunter, like, I still talk to Hunter all the time. Like, he's my boy, you know?
Yeah.
I like Hunter. I mean, there's no issues there.
You know what?
And that's cool, I think.
Different level. And I don't think animosity is necessarily needed.
No.
To sell the show. I think you need to shit on each other a little bit, but keep it, like, fun and respectful. And, you know, I thought that's what I was doing, was saying the sweep comment, which then obviously spiraled a little out of control, you know?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
No, I thought I thought it was being silly. I knew he would come back, and I think he should come back. I mean, of course, I would if he did that too.
Yeah.
And when he says the same thing, if he said same thing as your calves, it would have been funny and it would have just ended there, you know. But it's steamrolled, you know.
I get it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so after talking about it for fucking 20 minutes, which is probably too long.
I was just about to fall asleep. Then I was just like,
sorry, James. We're gonna move on. I'm just gonna say I agree with Iain.
Only because I trained.
I agree with what Iain's saying. I agree. I like what you and Hunter did, and the fact that if there's any
I shouldn't give this any more than it should, but Antoine and them talked about this on their podcast yesterday.
Okay.
They had Blessing on, I guess. Okay. Antoine, Dorian, and Mike Van Wyck or whatever.
Yeah.
They had it on, and Antoine was saying like that Iain started it, but then ran away when he came back, which if anyone read the comment thread was the complete opposite of that. I didn't at all.
Yeah.
So I think Antoine should have obviously brushed up on his facts before that. And two,
hey, Antoine versus Iain. Oh, wait, you've got something.
Iain's causing more turmoil now.
No, I like Antoine. Nothing there. I just
I know. I get it. Yeah.
And then two, when he said like, you know, obviously don't start something if you're not going to finish it. But like, I was more than, you know, like it wasn't. I think he kind of had his information a little muddled up there. And maybe it's just because Blessing was on his show, so he wanted to play the Blessing side a little bit. Like, I get it. You know, maybe if I'd been on there, he would have gone on my side on it. I don't really know, but that's just not obviously what the situation was at all. It was, I started it a little bit, Blessing came back, and it kept going a little bit, and then it just got a little out of hand, you know?
Yeah. And you finish it when you step on the Olympia stage.
Exactly.
That's when it finishes.
Yeah. Yep.
And I mean, look, and I also wouldn't say anything to anybody that I don't think I could beat on stage. In my mind, I 100% can beat Blessing on stage. Yeah. You know, and I think I can make little jabs, and he wants to make little jabs. That's fine. We can keep it fun and respectful, you know, and then when we do on stage, there is more excitement to it, just like there will be with Nick and whatever. I mean, and that's fine, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. That's cool. Okay, let's move on. We'll do one more.
Whoosh.
One more. We'll do this rate your physique here, if I can find it. If I can't find it, then fuck it. Yeah, that's a tough one. I gotta say, because as a fan, I'm like, who cares? It's fun. But I'm not. But if you're thinking about being in the situation, I guess you're right. Yeah. If Paul was an animal, what type of animal would he be?
Lion.
Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, you're so aggressive.
What would you make me then, Fouad? Not a sloth.
Not a sloth. Okay, let's see. Okay, James, I'm going to give you some characteristics. You tell me what animal he is.
Go on.
Paul is nice, not confrontational, happy, witty, and Tough when he needs to be.
I think he's that turtle we were talking about earlier.
Snappy turtle.
Honestly, I think that's it. I think that's what this was meant to.
You're a snappy turtle, Paul.
Speak softly, but carry a big stick.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, because you're soft, but you got that hard exterior if you need to protect yourself.
Yeah, thanks, James.
You know,
you got me pegged perfectly.
You got a good hard shell you can hide in. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. I'll be a turtle.
Everyone needs a turtle, man.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Ian called me an owl the last time we were on here.
I agreed with Ian on the owl subject. Because I was like, why is an old?
Listen, owls are fucking ferocious, man.
I say old. I'm not trying to say old, but you got to have a bit of time behind it.
They're wise. I hate to go back to this, but this is the kind of comment that I was.
Come on, Ian. Who cares? I'm going to cut that whole section out anyway.
If you're going to cut it. But then I'll say this just because I want to give an example because I didn't want to say something and then not have an example. But like when he comes back on here and says, watching this man's posing routine from Tampa is an embarrassment to the sport of bodybuilding. Dude almost started crying when he lost to Hunter. Laughed my ass off.
That's
like comments like that is like then you're taking jabs. When you just say calves and stuff, that's different, you know?
Yeah.
I agree. You know what? I read through that thread, and that thread got went way over the line.
I agree. And wait, and I'll take my full share of responsibility. Yeah. I started it. I'll be an adult and say, hey, I probably shouldn't have poked my nose into something that was more to do with Nick and Blessing.
Yeah.
I was just being, hey, Nick's my boy. Nick didn't need me to stand up for him. I wasn't even standing up for Nick. It's just like, yo, Nick's my buddy. This guy's competing against Nick. I'm just going to throw in a jab. It got out of hand. I'll take my share of responsibility for that. So I apologize to anyone that was offended in it, but that's obviously I was just poking fun. And, you know, I knew Blessing would clap back and I kind of wanted to make him look silly by him going a little overboard on it. But I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
That last comment's a bit strong, if you ask me.
It's what?
Yeah.
That last comment was a bit strong, if you ask me.
Can I tell you what I saw happening, James?
Go on.
Ian made the comment, Blessing snapped back at him and he used salty cunt. Now, a lot of people, we
don't say that over here either. It's not that salty cunt is when you're really trying to call someone a cunt.
Yeah, but I do still think cunt's not as bad as when they use it here.
No, but when you use the word salty before it,
different.
It implies something. Yeah,
it's a little bit. It's like a little bit more.
Well, no, and then I don't like when he's implying the thing like, you know, it's going on this like implying that I'm a salty cunt, like I'm jealous of him or blah blah blah. It's like, bro,
but wait a minute. So all I was going to say is this: it got off to a bad start, but then I think when the fans got involved and they started attacking Blessing, and some fans were attacking him, but more were attacking Blessing. Then each person felt like they had to come back even harder. So I think Blessing's commentary got worse as the comments kept coming, and so that's why he's saying things like that. And I'm not defending him. I don't. I'm not a fan of that kind of shit.
Yeah, and what's happening is people are allowing external forces to make them do silly things.
Yeah,
they're you're meant to be. We're meant to be professionals. And I like Blessing. He's actually I can say he's a friend. I've met him a few times. But there's such an overwhelming pressure from where we put ourselves out there. And it's our own fault because we put ourselves out there, we put ourselves on the platform. But then to be this character that you're creating, which is obviously in his view, this character's like a feisty, aggressive, confident character. So if the minute he doesn't clap back like that, then everyone's like, well, you're not being who you say you are.
That's right.
So I get why he has to do what he's doing as well. But then, like I say, from a standpoint as a friend of Ian's
this is then reiterating my point is that I don't like people that have to put on character.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's no who's wrong, who's right.
Yeah, I mean it's like a Colby Covington thing. Like I don't know if you guys know who Colby Covington is.
Yeah.
I think you know, Ian, because you watch fighting. But so he's the biggest asshole in the UFC probably as far as his persona goes. But anybody who's met him personally or privately has said he's like the nicest guy in the world.
But I also prefaced this before saying if I met him, I might really like him.
Well,
no, I know, and I'm not saying anything about what you said, Ian. I'm just saying like I think that's the character Blessing is trying to be.
Yeah. I can vouch as well because I've met Blessing and I've had dinner with Blessing and I've been in the company of him and he is very, very polite and very, very nice. And he was always very, very, very kind to Luke. He was very, very appreciative and respectful. But like I say, it's what we're creating and putting out there puts us under a pressure to be that person and that thing. So I'm sure that these people will see each other at the show, shake. do whatever they do, dance off, and they'll probably shake fucking hands after.
100%. This is the part. This is the part that bothers me the most about it, and this is the reason I want to have this. I wanted to have this discussion today was I want fans to understand that it's not personal, even though it may seem personal.
Yeah.
I know another thing, probably 100%. Once Iain and Nick compete together, whoever wins, like if Nick beats him, I know. Sorry, not Iain. Sorry, Nick and Blessing. I know Blessing will walk over and shake his hand.
Yeah.
And that's why I think, but the problem is the fans are still going to be fucking riled up with this personal animosity. And I'm like, everybody just needs to chill the fuck out a little bit and realize it's kind of a game. They're going to compete, but they don't hate each other personally or like want to fight or anything. So like everybody I'm more concerned with bodybuilding's fan base, just kind of realizing what it all is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So, okay.
Fouad, the godfather of bodybuilding. He needs to look over his children.
Man, I didn't mean it that way. I just meant like it's more fun than people realize. It's not as people are like, oh, like I don't know, like the guy messaging me saying, "Why aren't you taking Nick's side?" I'm like, they're not.
Yeah, because it's not that fucking serious.
This works both ways too. Because I mean, even this little banter now, if me and Blessing ever compete against each other, it's obviously going to create a lot of hype. So I mean,
that's right.
It's on both ways.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
Exactly.
Okay, last question, and we'll wrap it up.
Let me just say this as well. Blessing kicked my ass as an amateur.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
You're gonna have to get him back, James.
you're a lot different animal than you were then.
Yeah.
Would you rather have bland food and amazing sex, or tasty food and shit sex for the rest of your life?
Bland food, amazing.
Bland
sex.
food. Bland food.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
It says the food can be erotic and orgasmic. I've never had food that's orgasmic, but
I had some chicken last night from this place called Ash Bar or something.
Is orgasmic?
Fucking amazing. It was like my mouth was wet. My mouth was really wet.
Drooling.
It was something else.
All right, so James, you're taking bland food, or you're taking good food and shit sex? You're not really a sexual person. You probably don't care.
I am sexual, but I like food more often than I like sex.
Yeah, and sex you just bust it out. You're done anyway.
Like, I'm quick, so
yeah. So
you know
what
I mean. I'm gonna have food 6 times a day, so I need to fucking enjoy it, bro.
That's a good. See, he's got a good point, Iain.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but I also am having sex the rest of my life too. So
and to be fair, Ian's Mr. Militant. Like he would eat fucking sandpaper.
Yeah, see, that's why food is so like it's so irrelevant to me.
You're not a food guy,
yeah.
No, it means nothing to me. So
Ian's Jay Cutler, and I'm fucking Ronnie Coleman. Where's my ketchup? Where's my fucking sauce?
It's a barbecue sauce.
I would have no problem eating jasmine rice with like unseasoned chicken breast the rest of my life. You know?
Yeah.
Paul.
Oh, you know what I think.
Good food.
Bland
food. It's got food, surely.
Bland food.
Good food, right?
No, no. I don't care about food. I'm not so much a foodie.
You eat a bag of cookies every night.
I stopped doing that. I stopped doing that a couple weeks ago.
Wait, let's see what Melissa said. Yeah, see what Melissa said. I can't believe you lot are not saying.
Melissa, come over here. I got to ask you a question.
You lot are mad. I think you lot are lying to yourselves.
Melissa, would you rather have bland food and great sex for the rest of your life, or shit sex but awesome food for the rest of your life?
Amazing food.
Amazing, like orgasmic food.
The best food.
She's a foodie, so she might go my way.
Yeah. Fucking saying food, bro, all day.
I'd rather have good sex because then I'd be skinny and I'd just not care about food, you know?
But you still care about food, you just can't have it.
Yeah, but there would never, like the cycle of this like reward of it tasting good would go away, and I'd just have sex and have an amazing body.
Or you would just crave food all day long, every day, and not be able to have it.
No, because I feel like honestly, when I diet, like my food loving goes away.
Yeah, that's true.
It's when you eat.
Yeah, when you don't have it, you kind of forget about it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how I would live.
So you would just be shredded and having lots of good sex.
Yeah.
That sounds good. That doesn't work for me though. Every time I'm shredded, I don't have good sex.
Yeah, this is win-wins all around for me here.
Why don't you have sex when you're shredded?
Because when I'm shredded, I'm miserable. I don't want to fuck.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah. Her face, she's so concerned. She's like, really? No, like when I'm like 4 weeks out and I'm peeled, I don't want to fuck. I don't care about that shit.
Grumpy, bro.
Yeah, man. I don't have the energy for that.
Yeah, no energy.
Really get like that.
I don't anymore now.
Ian's rare. You're
yeah, but it says bland food. It didn't say like you can't eat a lot of bland food. So if
you wouldn't eat a lot of bland food. You would never overeat it.
No, but I mean I would eat enough that I had good energy so I could have great sex.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that doesn't work.
Like a good thing for you?
What do you mean?
Choice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys swayed me. I was thinking food at first, but now I'm thinking as long as I can have a good amount of rice.
Yeah.
I'll take the. Yeah. Okay. James, you're on your own, buddy.
I'm fucking sticking with food.
All right, guys. We'll catch up next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right, gentlemen. Man. Have a good one, man. Take it easy, boys.
Take care, guys. Enjoy.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.